everybody, what is up? We're back again, a new week, a new day, a new Tuesday. How's everyone doing out there? Looks like we got some chatter already occurring, that's good. Let me cue up that next jam, all right, man. Oh, so what's cooking here? Ray Priest up in there, Drummer ELT starting it off. Hope you're doing good, Ray, good to see you, buddy. Jay Koenig in the house, he's ready to rock with, he says, hope your week is off to a good start. It's not too shabby. I can't complain just yet. Keith, what's up, man? Lex G, what's going on? Keith said he forgot it's 9 Eastern time. Came into my man tearing up. There you go, there you go. I know the time change messes everything up lately. It's so bad, so bad. There's Stardust. Michael Fairbank, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you there. Art, I'm not sure what's happening to Art over there. I just got some Mountain Dew stuck in my throat. But good to see you either way, man. Let's see. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. I got to turn this up like a notch. I don't know why it's like just a little lower than I'm used to. Falcro in the house. What's going on? Keith says, have a Red Bull, Rick. No way, man. Mountain Dew only. Mountain Dew. Falcro says, like and share. You know how it goes around here. David Giorgio, what's going on, Bethel? Good to see you, man. I got great news. You know, it took me all weekend, but I finally figured out the Weezer lick. It took me several hours, about 1 hour per note. I figured it out finally. So I cannot wait for the Weezer lick request tonight. If it happens, I'll be so happy, man. It'll make my day. You know, I worked very hard on it, extreme hard. You know, it's a difficult lick. I didn't know how difficult it was. But you know how we roll around. We got to warm up a little bit. Let's see what we got. I think I got one ready for us. Let's see. All right, let's go. Warm it up. getting there. We're getting there. The warm-ups continue. Let's see. What do we have next on the list? 10:19. All right. Let's load it up. Okay. Got a lot of great comments already. We're starting to heat up around there, so appreciate everyone hanging out. And hope y'all doing good tonight. If you're enjoying the show thus far, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 39,000. So let's see if we can make it happen tonight or tomorrow. One of these nights, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Keto, yeah, Buddy Holly, man, it's a tough song, man. Incredibly hard. I can see the request quite often, so I felt it. Maybe I should learn it, get it right. You know, it took me hours. Keith says, remember that video? Yeah, with the Windows 95. See, that's hilarious, dude. That was a classic. That's a great song, though. I kid, I jest. You know, it's not difficult at all. It's like probably the easiest thing I've ever learned in my entire life. But I didn't know how to play it until I listened to it one time. For real. Norm Jones, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Falcar says, please play some Rick Renstrom. That dude's a total banger fest. Shreds like it all like soft butter. You know it, man. That's pretty cool. I like his songs, man. I'm going to play. I got a few of his songs he let me use. I'm going to try them out. Danny Adams, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. There you go, David. Keith's like, those poor strings. I know. These are going to have to get changed probably this week. I do have another guitar in the wings here in case of emergency. Jake knows what's up. Just come here and enjoy the music, man. That's all it is. It's a music channel. And we ain't talking about nothing else but music. Maybe a little God, maybe a little Jesus here and there, but man, it's a music 100%. Keith says, be free like the metal breeze. Now there you have it. Michael Fairbank, there you go, buddy. David Raven, thank you. Renfro, you don't know. He gust. Are you in a windstorm? He's got gusts in the wind. Okay. I don't know. Take cover, man. Take cover. Johnny Black, thank you very much. Keith says, what's detuned to get where we got? I know, right? Tree Squirrel, hello to you. How you doing tonight? All right, you know how we work. Let's see. Critter Bones, there he is. What's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. So we're going to slow things down a little bit. You know, you got to do a mid-tempo, then a fast tempo, and then a slow tempo, and then we'll do something fast again probably. But, you know, we got to get it. We got to get ready here, man. That's a nice slow chill one there to get the blood rolling here. You gotta get the blood going. Yeah, let's see what's next on the list. The old shadows, all right. A lot of great comments. Appreciate all of them. If you're hanging out and enjoying the show tonight, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 39,000 subscribers. It's amazing. Appreciate all the support out there. It's been great, and we're having a lot of fun around here. So make sure you join the fun. It's so simple. All right. Who's in the chat chilling out here, man? All right, we've got. I remember Tree Squirrel and Critter Bones. Shake the star from the sky. Appreciate you, man. Much love back to you, man. I do appreciate it. Jake's got the link to my guitar specs if you want. Check it out. What do you do for work? Spencer Davis asks. I am a network engineer, a CCNA certified network professional. It's pretty brain intensive. It makes me tired, but it pays the bills. Drummer LT, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Tree Squirrel. Jake's got the pinned comment re-pinned in the middle of the chat here. Learn it, love it, live it. It's great. Thank you, Keith. George N, subscribe. He appreciate you there. Jamal, thank you. Surreal Hawk Channel, thank you so much. Bruno says, who needs requests when you got Rick shredding? There you go, Bruno. That's what we're talking about right there. I feel it. I appreciate you, bud. Keith says, like a fine wine, he gets better with each stream. I know, when I'm a Chardonnay, perhaps. What is that? What is that? La Fin du Monde? I don't know. But thanks, brother. Cabo Cruz says, just randomly stumbled on this way in my shorts feed. This is the coolest stuff I've seen in a minute. Keep it up. Thank you, Cabot Cruz. Appreciate you there. Jamal says, he'll never play. Like, sure you can, buddy. Sure you can. You got to work hard at it, though. You got to work hard. Ain't no doubt. Joe McGraw, my good man. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Quinkadink says, yo, it's this dude. I know, right? That guy. I'm that guy. The Sage, appreciate you there, man. Feisty Kitty in the house. How's it going? Bruno says, y'all better like this live. I hear that, man. Like it up, man. Shakes from the Stars says, Heaven Sent. I appreciate that, buddy. Great song, too, by the way, Dockin. One of my favorites. I appreciate you, though, man, for sure. Bruno says, this gentleman deserves it. I appreciate that. Tree Squirrel, thank you. Jay Bliss in the house. How you doing, buddy? He says, let's go. You know how we roll. Keith says, new amp or input card tone sounds much richer. Might be my neighborhood hotboxing this apartment, though. I don't know. Nothing changes. I have all the same stuff. I always use the same stuff. Because when you find the stuff that works great for you, you never change. You just don't change. Well, I'm glad it sounds good for you. We appreciate that. We love to ensure that it sounds good for everyone. Matt Gonzalez says, wow, so much soul with just the right amount of shred. I wonder what Rick's biggest influences are. Good question. Wonder no longer. Yngwie Malmsteen, Richie Blackmore, Uli John Roth, Al Di Meola, and Andy LaRocque. Those are my top 5. There's more for sure. Bruno's like, what? Arpeggios? I got you, man. Got you, bro. You want some arpeggios? You want some sweeps? We got them for you. I'm good with the broom, too. Good with the broom. Thank you, Keith. Holly Chop, thank you very much. Feisty says, this guy's decent. I know, right? He's all right. He's all right. James Harburn, he says, fantastic play, man. Hello from Ham in Dublin, Ireland. Dublin, Ireland. Good to see you, James. Hope you're doing great over there, man. That's awesome. Who's from Ireland? Some of my favorite. Gary Moore's from Ireland, yeah. That's the place to be. Keith said, those pickups are from the direct. I know. 1992, Japanese, man. They wired these up, man. There you go, Bruno. And don't worry, Feisty is a friend of ours. He's having a good laugh. Joe says, this computer almost caught on fire. Good Lord. There you go, man. True that, Bruno. I appreciate you, buddy. Abby Green, how you doing? Thank you so much. Ray Pierce in the house. He says, I hear many influences Rick's playing some Bach, some Beethoven, some Stach, some Weiss, some Malmsteen, maybe a little Megadeth too. You never know. A lot of good stuff, man. Those are great all around. I appreciate that. Pootie Tang in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you too. Big Chungaroo, thank you very much. Peregrine says, awesome, man. I'm an IT installer doing my CCNA class right now. Oh, man. I never want to do that again, man. That was rough, man, but you got to do it, man. If you have a CCNA, you got a good chance of getting a pretty good job, man, making close to some big bucks. You can get a CCNP, even better. Keith says, I have this UDP error on my Windows Server 18 if you could help. That I don't do. I don't do Windows. Cisco says, well, we actually don't even use Cisco anymore. We're using like these stupid Adtran switches, man. I don't even know. The guitarist from the Netherlands, good to see you, buddy. Inspirazi Music, good to see you too, bud. Thank you for hanging out. Indy is in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing great tonight. Bailey says, like the live. He knows what's up. Guitar says, what's your favorite tuning besides standard? There's none. Just this. I tuned everything down a whole step, so standard D. That has been my favorite since I was probably 20 years old. Feisty says, he knows every Eagle solo. I do. Oh, yeah, man. Bailey says, where's your motorcycle? I don't like to ride motorcycles. I rode a bike as a kid, but man, motorcycles scare me, dude. I like a roof. I need something to cover me, man. I need a seatbelt. I need everything. I drive too fast. If I drove a crotch rocket or something like that, I probably would be dead. What about Carl Santana? What about him? He's pretty good. He's great, man. But he never influenced me at all. I've heard some of his stuff, old stuff, but not my tempo, man. Good player though, amazing player, one of the best. Been around for a long, long time too, man, making it happen. Tanner Boyd, he says, first time here, haven't heard you play it, looking forward to it. I appreciate you, Tanner. I'm just going to read a few comments here, and we'll be rocking and rolling a little more here. Matt Gonzalez says, I love those influences and heard all that you mentioned. Al Di Miller's work with Paco is hugely influential. Absolutely, man. Paco de Lucia is something else, man. Bad Habit says, I'd love to play some Randy Rhoads. We just might. We know little Randy. Jamal says, likes people, come on. Hey, I feel that. Jake's got a link to Independent Many United, Indy as we know it's her channel there. Make sure you do check her out, give her a subscribe. Great channel for some fun conversation and some open mics, man. Adam from Tennessee, how you doing there, brother? Feisty's like, catch, scratch, speeder. There you go, Pa Creek, Tacuna. Tool's great, man. You know that's right. The guitarist asks, what would be your absolute dream guitar? Probably Jackson to make me one of these, but brand new, you know, with the, I don't know. Yeah, this guitar. This is my favorite guitar. That's all I want. Have him make me more of these, and put a RR on the top or something, you know. John Garrett says, would you or have you ever skydived? No and no. God, no, man. Not that I'm afraid of heights, but yeah, I just don't see why I would jump out of a plane. You know, I wouldn't jump out of a perfectly good plane. That'd be weird to me. I don't mind flying at all, but jumping out of a plane, that'd be something else. I don't know, man. I'm not that much of a thrill seeker. I like cars, racing cars, and so yeah, I raced go-karts when I was a kid. And that was pretty thrilling as it is. Let's see. Bruno says, to all the 216 people watching there, there's only 32 likes on the side. Really? You just hit the 3 dots in the upper right corner, hit the like button. Hey, it's not hard. I do it every live I go to, I hit it. Uni Merlis, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you again. Ray said, that's why my wife won't let me get in a motorcycle, because I drive too fast. And she knows he would lose his stuff on a bike. I know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got that real bicycle. I had like a real killer Haro freestyle BMX bike when I was a kid. That thing was dope, man. But an engine on a motorcycle, it was absolutely scary, man. You're too much. I don't know. You're too exposed. Even with a helmet, man. I got one of my friends, man. He got hit by a car, had a helmet on, and it messed him up, dude. Messed him to the point he don't ride a motorcycle anymore. He got himself a Honda car. Rome, what's up? He says, the tattoo is awesome. Thank you, but he's got the same on his chest. Nice to see you, buddy. I have Horace Bros in the house. Appreciate that, man. Dodge City Kid, how you doing, man? John Garrett says, I enjoy listening to you. I appreciate that. Keith says, best way to write a program is loaded up with some metal blaring loud enough for the HR complaint. I hear that, man. I would never. True that, John. Keith says, high-speed dirt. I know that's right. God Joe in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Guitarist says, you have such a great energy, man. Keep rocking. Appreciate that, man. We try and bring the positivity out every night around here. There you go, John. Jake says, he jumped out of 89 planes, helicopters in the Army. My knees remind me every day. I feel that, man. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Ray says, he would love that hang glide or parachute, although to just jump from a good plane, yeah, no. I feel that. And V, this is Floyd, buddy. Classic Shaler Floyd Rose. Little Vivian Campbell. We do a little bit of Holy Diver later on, man. We got a lot of other stuff to get through before we start getting to those requests, but we do some. I do have some. I got some Vivian. I'm working on another Vivian too. last in line. But we got Holy Diver at some point later on tonight for sure, buddy. Stick around. We got all kinds of other stuff we got to cover before we get into that. But Shadows it is. Shadows. Oh, Stardust. FYI, if you can hear me. AC Stardust. I forgot. AC Stardust. You know, it's like I forget to turn the air conditioning down here, and yeah, I get a lot of body heat going on, like a lot of energy's exerting and stuff like that. So I start to get warm. So FYI, Stardust. Hopefully you read that or heard that. Maybe not. We'll do Stardust AC. Anyway. Oh boy. Anyway, let's cue up the next jam and we'll read the chat and see what's going on. We got some stuff coming up later. We got the song of the week. I fixed the song of the week. So we're going to be doing that a little bit. Thank you. 70? Copy that. Thank you. All right. All right. AC should be kicking in here momentarily. And I'll be good. Okay, where do we leave off with? Okay, Ray Pierce, thank you, buddy. Keith's going to do his first jump. There you go. We got, I can't read that name, A-B-E-N. He says, let's rock. I feel that, man. We ready to rock for you, man. Michael Fairbank, thank you. John Garrett, thank you. Bruno, thank you. We got Drummer ELT's link in the house here. Make sure you check out Drummer ELT, one of our great friends. Give him a subscribe if you can. Indy's popping off over here. Indy's got the links to my Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. If you're in the donating mood, there you go. Appreciate it nonetheless. Bad habit, thank you, buddy. Looks like there was some Billy Bob Horton over here having some fun. But you're gone, man. You're gone. I can't even come back at Billy Bob Thornton. Shauna B, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Let's see. I'm telling you, you can't roll up in here and try and troll. You're gonna get booted hard, man. Avoid, my brother. What's up, my man? How you doing? Burnt toast. Like, this is the best music I've heard all day, and I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me there. Keith says this guy plays better than most pros I follow and is an inspiration. Hate people with that passion. I know, right? You gotta work hard. You gotta have the fire in you, man. For sure. There's Cereal Flu. He says, hope your week's been good. It has been so far. It's only Tuesday, though. We got so many more days left. I don't know. I'm going to try and make it. I'm going to try. Rah, thank you very much, everybody. Dodge City says, Rick and a guy named Luke Haywood are the best. There you go. I haven't heard Luke. I know Luke Ashdown, and there's another Luke Jensone. It's pretty wild. I'll have to check out Luke Haywood. Pie Man, appreciate that, buddy. Serial says, yeah, some technical difficulties. We're going to have to stay late. I feel that, man. That's the story of my life. I hate when I got to stay late, man, but sometimes you got to do it. There you go, Anthony Glenn. Appreciate that, brother. Joe McGraw, thank you, my man. Kyle says, he's shredding better than the cheddar. There you have it. That's what I'm talking about. Jake says, much appreciation to all the awesome mods here helping out Stardust, Indy, Serial, and of course our ninja. That one guy, the ninja. Matthew Borgoyne, thank you, brother. Anthony Glenn, appreciate that. Raider BHR says, this is the coolest thing on YouTube Live. Thank you, man. We working hard these days for this. He says, the comments are fresh to me, but the stream restarted from the beginning. I'm coming back in work. Yeah, it'll happen. My chat got all, I was watching someone the other day, my chat got all wacky. Toddy says, POV, the music that you get after entering the normal room. You fought the final boss. There you go, Dodge City. Thank you, Anthony. Ray says, I don't think I would get a charge of that, feeling kind of fun. Yeah, I hear that, man. I'm telling you, man, ain't no reason to jump out of a plane. Macario's in the house. He says, hello, my brother. I'm hoping you're having an awesome night. We are. Thank you. Hope you are, too. And the way you're making me cry, I know you're having an awesome night. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. There you go, Anthony. America. Ray says, like flying, not in a plane. I know, right? Patrick, he says, fantastico. Muchas gracias, amigo. Gerardo says, oh, wow, I just got on the guitar. That was very impressive and inspiring. Thank you. Thank you, Gerardo. One tip for you, buddy. Have fun. If you're just getting into guitar, have fun with it. And never not stop having fun with it. All right, we got some wild stuff. Let's see. I don't even know where we went. My chat went haywire and now I can't figure it out. Okay, I was right there. Alan Eliel Garcia, thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Hey, Ryan, no more tears. I don't know. Maybe Ozzy, that's all right. Not my tempo. There you go, Matthew. Ali said, I was just scrolling YouTube Shorts and got this sidebar and my jaw dropped. That was effing amazing. Ali, thank you very much for that. Very nice of you. K-Pop, Amber. Amber is the color of your everything. I don't know that one. Aaron Spalding, how you doing, buddy? He said, what's up, Rockstar? I had to hit the channel to send the love and respect from Texas. Good to see you, buddy. He asked, did you win the contest a couple weeks ago? I did. We made it. With the help of all these great people that come to my live streams and voted, we made it in. So yeah, I'll be in the final video. That'll probably be maybe another month or so. It'll be coming soon, though, so make sure you check my community page. I'll be posting on that when I know for sure. But thanks, brother. Anthony Glenn, he knows what's up. Ray says, 2 newer releases on my channel as I'm able again. There you go, buddy. Pretty much, Dodge City, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, when I forget things, Stardust got it covered. Michael Fairbanks says, I just want to let you guys know that you are all awesome. I'm going to echo that, Michael. That's a great comment. My man says, bro, it's fire. There you go, bud. Yeah. Joe McGraw, thank you, buddy. There you go. There you go. Keith knows. Thank you, Macario. Thank you. You're welcome, drummer. You're welcome. I know, Ray Kello. We're on the topic of jumping from planes. Can you play Free Flying from the Stones? I don't know. I could do maybe Free Falling from Tom Petty. Team Carb knows. Some people just don't have a life, yeah, and they come here. But then they get kicked out and they go back to not having a life. They get a life for 1 second and then they're kicked out. Gerardo, it's for sure, buddy. We got a lot of songs to cover, my band. So hang tight, stay with us, be patient, and I appreciate you, man. Liz Monster says, long time lurker. I just want to say, hey, thanks. Hey, and thanks for what you do. Liz Monster, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Lurkers do matter, so it's all good. But I appreciate you stopping in on the comments and shouting that out. That's amazing. Okay, Dodge City was like Luke Ashdown. I like Luke. Yeah, he's fun to watch, man. Dude can throw down some stuff. I want to help him get his sound better because he's just using the phone. I think if we try and get like Tyler help out because I showed Tyler how to get the sound that I get. So if we can show Luke that, I think Luke would explode, man, because he sounds amazing, but through the phone it's like, man, it's tough. It's tough. I did it too, man, and it just doesn't come out right, man. But we're trying to figure out how to get him set up, man. That'd be sweet. Francois Falsonet from France. I can't even say. Bonjour, comment allez-vous, Francois? Makari says, you, my brother. Keep rocking. You know how we do it, buddy. Man, just when you think you're there. Let's see. There you go. Serial flute. Ninja. Rhonda Baker. It's Rhonda. How you doing, Rhonda? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Pablo Martinez, you know that's right, man. Appreciate you there. My man says, Rick, where's the donation? It's scroll up a little bit. Independent Menu United. She posted the links to my PayPal and Venmo and Cash App, all that stuff, man. I appreciate it. If you don't find it, it's all good, buddy. We might post it again. But thank you for, it's the sentiment that it makes me more happy. I appreciate you. Jay Vaughn, thank you. Ray says, that's what guitar is about, having fun. You know that's right. You know that's right. Thank you, Pablo. Aaron says, I then allowed him to watch you play for the next 2 minutes. Gonna take a surgeon to get his jaw off the floor. There you go. I wish I had that kind of insurance for him, but Cyril says, I'm thinking about getting the Amplitude deal through your Sweetwater link. $200 off. That's a great deal. Was it $99 or something? Smoking deal, buddy. Yeah, man, check it out. I'll give you my preset. If you buy Amplitude 5 through my Sweetwater link, I'll give you my preset. Not to say you'll sound like me, but you can have the preset. Or I'll give you a bunch of presets that I got too. Pablo from Argentina, muchas gracias. Israel from Brazil, obrigado. There's V. How you doing tonight, V? Good to see you. Did I miss it? There's Eric Curry picture. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, right on, Aaron. That's awesome, man. Ray's gonna refresh, no problem. Toxic Treasure, there you are, buddy. Good to see you too, man. JG knows good people here. Kind Frog, I've not tried an 8-string. I've tried 7-string. I used to have a 7-string, but I've never tried an 8-string. I mean, hey, if someone wants to donate one, I'm all about it. Thank you, Eric. Yes, I'm doing great. Hope you're well tonight too, my friend. JC says, best of luck to you in your playing Shredding Forever. Thank you, JC. Man. All right, let's see. Where are we going? Oh, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Dread Zone. Appreciate that. I know. Screw the haters. Absolutely. I don't worry about haters. All right, Meme Juice. We got about to rock one here. Got a couple more comments to read. There you go, Michael. Aaron says, hearing everybody sending love, Rick, man, that's a testament to you being a great human being. I appreciate that, you know, and I feel that I'm here for a lot of reasons, you know. I mean, the reason I'm here is to have fun, play some guitar, entertain you guys, but then, you know, on top of that, I can help people. I can bring people together. We can unite. So, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate everyone here, and if I can inspire somebody or help somebody or lift somebody up, man, that's what we're here for. Feisty says Luke uses the Force. He does. He's got that Stratocaster Force. My man says, big respect from Russia. Spasibo, my friend. Spasibo. Mika from Brazil. Obrigado. Zachariah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Treadzone, after ever mess with the dad gag? No, I never did, man. Never tried it. What is that? It's basically a D chord, I think. But yeah, I've never tried any crazy tunings, honestly. You drop D, maybe, or you have a standard and you drop the low string a whole one. I've tried that one, but nothing crazy. If you're into Zeppelin, check out JCM. The only JCM I know is JCM 800, JCM 2000, Marshall. Ray says, we're talking fast when Rick respond. No, I can talk fast too. I got to blaze through them. Federico Nunez, hello to you. Feisty says, Russian guy, do you know Doug Guitarist channel? Oh yeah, maybe. God bless you too, JC, thank you. There you go, Ray, you know what's up. Serial says, the Matthias Eklund comparison 8-string with the true tempered frets is the ultimate. Yeah, that thing. Matthias Eklund is amazing. That dude's sick, man. Thank you, No Way. Hellraiser. Please what? Ray says, you're a major inspiration for me to get back into my music. Just temporary. I feel that, man. I quit playing guitar for 5 years, my friend. But yeah, it's like riding a bike, but you're going to be a little rusty. You'll get there. You'll get there. Absolutely, buddy. Mike Marry Me says, wow, great. You just popped on my feet. I'm glad I saw your vids. Great. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Renat Perez sending hugs. I appreciate the hugs. All right, what's next? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to rock some Symphony 40, I believe. This is off my album. Came out in 2003 originally. However, this last June, I re-released the album because I got the rights to it finally. To 20 years, I finally got the rights. And I had it remastered, and it's on iTunes, Amazon. It's even here on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube page, look for the Releases tab, and you can listen to the entire album for free. This one here is called Symphony 40. Symphony 40. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. We know what's next. Most of us know what's next. We got some comments here. I'm hoping they don't go crazy. Let's see. I got my comments got stuck. Okay, there we go. I remember where. I remember Serial talking about Matthias Eklund. Okay, that I remember. Santosh from the 51st state. There you go, buddy. Good to see you there. Dread Zone, thank you. Johnny Wishbone asks, what's your favorite riff to play? Probably Electric Eye by Judas Priest. That's a pretty fun one. If you're talking classic riffs, yeah. Or Power Slave, that's a good riff too. Thanks, Ray. Paolo says, hail warrior, passing by again, bringing a hug from all Brazilians who love their soil. Obrigado, Paulo. That's awesome, buddy. Goodwill, thank you, bro. He says, let's go, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, drummer. We need to figure out, we need someone to translate that Russian name for me, man. He says, this is the first time I've ever been to your channel. You're cool. Spasibo, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Okay, JCM, the Led Zeppelin stories. Hasn't that documentary? I heard about it. Man, I do want to check that out, actually. Yeah, I thought, JCM, what's JCM stand for? I don't know what JCM stands for. That's weird. But yeah, I remember someone on my Facebook's like, just checked out the Led Zeppelin documentary, man. It's dope. I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing something about that. Joe McGraw, there you go, my friend. Thank you, brother. Dread Zone, cheers to you, bro. Thank you, Michael. City, there you go. Thank you, Vetch. Thank you, man. It's like Ingve inspired for sure. You know that's right. If there's no Ingve, there'd be no me. Ray Pierce says, bedtime, work at 5 a.m., but great time. No doubt, Ray, I feel that, buddy. Have a great rest of your night. Sleep well, and we'll see you tomorrow for a little bit, hopefully. Victor Gonzalez, thank you, man. Ray says, man, may just listen from bed on the headphones. There you go. We here for like 2 to 3 hours. We'll see how it goes. Larry Williams says, still got the blues. There you go. That's what. Gary Moore, amazing. One of the greats, man. One of the greats. PJ Johnson, thank you very much for that. Lanny from Canada, you know it, bro. Good to see you, man. Thank you very much for that. There goes my chat again, dang it. Okay, I remember that. Joe McGraw, thank you. Clint Eastwood, much love from Palm Bray. He says, thank you, Clint. Appreciate you, bro. V says, that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful to the third power. There you go, V. Awesome. John say, thank you, man. Goodwill says, bro, I could sleep to this. Awesome work. There you go. Appreciate that. Renat says, wow, times 1,000. Thank you. Well, see. Critter Bones asks, do you know any Molly Hatchet, possibly the last one? I do not. Probably the only Molly Hatchet I remember as a kid was Flirting with Disaster. I never learned any of it though, but I remember hearing it. My uncle had the album, and I think he let me have it. I think that's some good Southern rock though, right there, Molly Hatchet. Jack Daniels, there you go. He says heat, feeling that. Thanks, Mike Merriman. Bad Habit, thank you. Blue Yoshi, there he is. How you doing, Blue Yoshi? Good to see you, buddy. There it is, the Buddy Holly riff. I practiced all weekend for this. Ready? Whew, man, it took me, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It took me about 8 hours, 9 hours. I forgot this other note. 9 hours. It took me 1 hour per note to figure that out, Zero. So thank you for requesting. I've been waiting all night. It only took 54 minutes. Amazing. Let's see here. Lanny from Canada says, who's your inspiration? That'd be Yngwie J. Malmsteen, 100%. Joe knows, right on with the Priest. Real, any jazz or blues? Yeah, a little bit of both, man. I studied jazz in college, grew up with the blues. We do have a blues song that we sometimes play here and there. You never know. Bad Habit, thank you. There's Larry Bird, number 33, my man. How you doing tonight, brother? V says, Rick, what are you drinking today? Looks different. This is my classic. This the OG, the Mountain Dew Voltage. I actually was able to, with the assistance of Stardust, fish out the 12 pack of Voltage. So I like to drink Voltage during the week. It's got ginseng in it, and that helps, I think. It might, I don't know. But yeah, I like the flavor of this, though. I do. My man from Russia says, you got a new fan. I appreciate that, bro. Let's see. Man, comments are going hard tonight. But we appreciate it. Cereal Flute knows the Dew. We drinking the Dew up in here. Cruel Grim says, bro, you're a true inspiration, sir. Keep on keeping on and keep up the great risk. You know that, Cruel Grim. Appreciate you for that. Byron Varg, hello, bro. Good to see you. Secta, there you are, man. It has been a minute. Where you been, man? Where you been hiding? Hope you're good, dude. Lenny says, Rockman pedal. I don't know. I don't have a Rockman pedal. I used to have a Rockman, like the Walkman thing you plug your guitar into, the Rockman. And I think I got a couple, when I was a kid, I had a couple of the Rockman. I had a really, like two, they were like these little Rockman half racks. I think I had the distortion, the distortion one and like a reverb one or something. It was cool, man. That's back in the day. Clint Shelton, there you go, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you, Byron. Ken Kramer knows. Gary Moore. Secta, it's good to see you too, man. Like I said, it's been a minute, man. Francois says, big mister for music classique in guitare électrique. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. No problem, my friend. Thank you, Renette. Adam Allison, what's that? 10,000 Fists. Is that Disturbed? I think. I can't remember. Chris Southern, thank you very much. Michael Fairbanks knows. Now you're going to make me play it. Secta says, used to be Stevie Kelly, how I made a channel, so now I'm Secta. There you go, man. Always good, man. Make them channels, man. Use YouTube. However you can do it, man. YouTube is there, and it's free. And, man, you can do so much with it, man, if you want to. But good on you, buddy. Black Label Society, I don't know any, man. Great band, though. Zach's amazing. Byron Varg, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. From 1992. I have to bring back the curtain just a little bit here. But yeah, Jackson. Dinky Pro, man. Great guitar, great guitar. Julian Varela, he says, respect and admiration for the talent and resolve. God is, I'm not sure, something. Muchas gracias, Julian. Thank you very much, buddy. VH Pan, I don't know that one. I know only one VH I know. Really. Real, we just might play some of blues, a little blues later. It's kind of jazzy and bluesy all at once. Ben Fields, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. There you go, Lanny. Michael Fairbank, thank you. Lanny said, that's a good Mississippi Queen song. There you go. Mississippi Queen. Michael Fairbank says, I just look like Buddy Holly. I can't read it. I look just like Buddy Holly. There you go. I can't read. That was weird to read. All right, Byron, yeah, hopefully, sorry, that was a Jackson. Let's see. Okay, there was Michael. Key says he got a phone call and missed it. Dang it. My man from Russia says, tell me again, where else is the donation? If someone could post the links again to the donation links for our Russian friend here, PayPal, Instacart, I don't know. Yeah, if anyone's got those links, throw them up there for my friend in Russia here. Zero, thank you very much, man. Ken Kramer's got all the requests tonight. I don't know any Texas flood. ESRV is great, though. Adam Allison from West Virginia, good to see you. I used to be your neighbor in Ohio, man, back in the day. I've been to West Virginia a couple times, man. Bobby's Night, thank you. There you go, God Joe. Lanny says, yeah, they just released the MXR Rock Metal. I saw it. That's through Dunlop, I think, actually. Very cool. Sean McIntosh. Feisty's got an OG Rockman. I don't know what happened to mine, man. I must have sold it. I don't know. Key says, the whole Disturbed album didn't get much airplay after 9/11, and the bodies hit the floor. I feel that. Real, I've been playing guitar for 27 years now. There you go, Michael. My man Russia loves it with the fires. Jennerson de Joie, he says, good old Rick, Miad Mala Kabad, gay on shell guitar. Oh, thank you very much. Renat says, Julian says, God bless you. He feels deeper. Thank you, Renat, for a translation. I got most of it. I'm learning very, bit by bit. Thank you, Bobby's Night. Eric in the house, he says, good evening, Rick and everyone on the stream. Looking to have my ears knocked off. You came just in time. We better rock. Byron says, if we are close, I suggest forming a band. Only if you didn't get any money. I don't do bands anymore, buddy. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the sentiment there. Yeah, I've been in plenty of bands in my life, man. And one thing, bands are weird, man. Maybe I'll tell my story about bands again, but not right now. Bad Habit says, first time listener, I'm glad you popped up, and I was having a bad day until this. Now that's what's up, man. You went from a bad day to having a good time, man. That's how we like to do it here. Marcius, thank you very much, man. Keith says, dude, Zach's amazing. I have a pic I took on my phone of him shredding in a full Indian headdress. That sounds just like Zach, too. Thank you, God Joe. Byron, thank you. Mark J&R, appreciate that, bud. Hill Johnson says, any advice for learning notes on the fretboard? Any advice on learning notes? I mean, it really is, if you just know the first note, you should be able to figure out the rest. But it's very, it comes from piano, really. But you got to think, if you got an E, and the first fret's an F, G, A, B, C, D, and E again. And this is tuned to D, I'm sorry, I'm just reading the regular notes. You just have to remember the scales. I mean, if you know a major scale or a minor scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A is your minor. So you just have to know those notes. So, yeah, they're all the same. So even when you're on the A, you got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So you just have to memorize which notes. Now, not always on the fret markers are the correct note, but most of the time they are, because D is not on a fret marker. So that's the confusing part, I think, for a lot of people. But yeah, it's every note, as long as you know the scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, it always follows the same. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I just got to remember that, man. Oh, so hopefully that's the quick way. That's probably not the I could probably go into detail, but that's the quick way. Byron says, hi, will be great, but yeah, money isn't a problem. Yeah, I know. Trust me, man. Now that I'm solo, after being in so many bands in my life, I don't have any drama. I don't got no one to worry about, man. And when the money rolls in, only one person getting it, and that's me. No sharing. But I feel you, though, man. It's tough, man. Bands are a tough thing nowadays. Bands are always tough because you have to have the right people together. If you have the wrong people together, it will never work. It will never work. Everyone has to be in the same lane, working together as like a cohesive unit. It doesn't always work that way, sadly. There's always one or two that have a different idea than what you have. And if you stray away from that, if the common goal is strayed upon, the band's done. You'll just be spinning wheels forever. Trust me, I know. I've been in every kind of situational band you can think of. The best band for me was when I was a hired gun. Someone paid me to come and play guitar for their band, essentially. And over time, he did help me do guitar solos on his albums and stuff like that. But that was the best situation. I didn't have to worry about anything other than playing the guitar. In the bands, those were tough, man. I had to make decisions. I had to make band decisions. I had to do production for the whole band. I had to make sure the drummer knew what he's doing and make sure the bass players knew what he's doing. I had to produce the singer. So that's a lot of extra work, But it is what it is. But nowadays, no way. All good. All right, let's move it on to Until the Bitter End. This is the title track to my album. Again, it's available on iTunes, Amazon Music. It's also here on YouTube. On my YouTube page, go to the Releases tab on my YouTube page, and the whole album's right there for your listening pleasure. And you can listen to it for free. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hopefully this tune will make you subscribe. We're on our way to 39,000 subscribers, so let's get into it, right? If I could hit play. that was Until the Bitter End. Cranked it out, cranked it out. It's almost turning into the holy, what's 5? If a trinity is 3, a 4 is like what, quadrilogy? So what would 5 be? Because like it seems like on the weekdays, because I do Symphony 40 Until the Bitter End, the 2 standout tracks on the album. So during the week, I do play it every night because you never know who's listening. New people could be listening to this. So my apologies to those OG fans that have to hear that quite a few times. But those are the 2 good ones. But it's almost turning to the holy pentology? I don't know. Something like that. On the weekdays. It's the Holy Trinity on the weekend. But starting to turn into pentology. Is that a word? I just made that up probably. Anyway, a lot of great comments. I do appreciate them. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Okay, I remember that question. Keith said, what's the longest tour you did, and was the road hard? Usually I think the most was like 3 weeks long. No, and I mean, I was like young. I was in my 30s, so it wasn't too bad. It's different. You got to, you got to find a place to wash your clothes every other night. You go through clothes like crazy. You got to find food. I mean, we had like tickets. We get a ticket every day for lunch and dinner usually somewhere in town. And we get a per diem every day, so we have some couple bucks to throw at it. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun for me. I had a great time. The most important thing was the crowds. I loved the crowds. Everywhere we went, the crowds it was always packed. It was a sold out shows and things like that. So we're talking anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 club seater venues. So it was wild, man. But I always had a great time on tour. And for me, I was like in my 30s. Yeah, I was just about 30, I think. So it was really fun. I was finally got out of the United States and got going. And it would still be fun right now. I don't think it would be hard, but it has its rigors. Let's say that you'll find out how much metal you got in you, man. Pete B says 2 out of 3 in a trio is trouble. Indeed, that's probably why Rush made it. They were good friends with each other, and they had a common goal. If you look at something like that, or who else was it? Who else was a trio? Triumph was a trio. You got to have that same common goal. Nowadays, it's really hard, man, because always there's one guy's better than this guy. You got a weak link in the band. You got a guy that knows everything. It's just a mess, man. Patrick says, you know what time it is? It's shred time. Ben says he's got a nice BC Rich Mockingbird. Nice, dude. Those are sweet guitars. I used to have a friend that unfortunately passed away, but back when I lived in Orlando, he had like a bunch of Mockingbirds, dude, and they were sick, man. They sounded amazing, too. He had a red one, or it was kind of like a deep red Mockingbird. And that was his favorite one. He had a black one and some other colors, but like a sunburst one or whatever, but that red one, man, that thing was mad. It's like this guitar for me. It was like magic to him, it was like a magical guitar. Let's see. There you go. He says, bad to the bone. Appreciate that, brother. Let's see. Ben says, his Mockingbird viewed his birth. I believe it. I believe it. Thanks, Lanny from Canada. Kayak King now is Until the Bitter End. Don Paluto. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you. Ben Fields knows. He says, shredded Rick. Heck yeah, man. That's what we do. Don Paluto, thank you. Patrick says, Rick shred's harder than a cheese grater. I feel that, man. Feisty says, a food processor. Dang. Who makes the food processor? Who made that the big food processor back in the 80s, man? Oster? No, I can't remember. It was this particular name. I can't remember which name it was. Thank you, Ken Kramer. Feisty says, we're going to try to rhyme with bitter. Then thought, nah. Like, cause litter, Feisty Kitty with the litter until the litter's changed. How about that? How about that one? I got you. Michael Fairbanks said, Rick and Maz make all metalheads and rock and rollers feel welcome. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Ken. Keith says, we need shirts, hats, stickers, my dude. Load that shop up. We are trying. We figured out our problem with the graphic. I think we got it. We just have to put it all together now. And it'll be like instant once it's done. So Make sure you just make sure you keep subscribed, and I'll be letting you know as soon as I got it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Indy. Ben Fields, he knows what's up. He said, don't forget to smash that like. Zin G, there you are, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks, Patrick. Ben's like, Rick is a sweet picking king. There you go, man. I'm not as good as I used to be, but if I practice even more, I'd probably be crazy with it. But I do them when they're needed, you know. There you go, Zen. Umbra says, what's my favorite song to play? Probably that last one or this next one. Make sure you stick around and check it out. Jennerson, thank you very much there, bud. Let's see. We're still trying to figure out a Russian guy's name. Keith says, what instrument is in the background? It's keyboard. Yeah, harpsichord. 100% harpsichord. I love the harpsichord. We got another Russian fan. Good to see you, buddy. Spasibo to you. Gaucho says, grandioso, amigo. Saludos from Argentina. Muchas gracias, Gaucho. El Panguino. We know some Sabbath. Yeah, I love some old. I love the Dio era Sabbath and anything thereafter. I know a little bit of Ozzy Sabbath. Ben said the road is hard if you have family. Yeah, I feel that. I didn't have any. I maybe had a girlfriend or something. That was about it. But I didn't have any, a wife or kids or anyone. It was. I specifically tried to be very, single because I didn't need distractions during that time of my life. I needed to be very focused on what I was doing. And I wasn't old enough to understand that kind of, distraction and how it can affect you. So I kept to myself to work very hard. But then I think, once I got a girlfriend, that it all fell apart. It was part of the problem that fell apart. Not good. But I'm older and wiser now, Eric says, over the weekend went down to Woodbury. It's a southeast suburb of the Twin Cities, where his drummer lives. He has a home studio. We practice new material. Great time, but not giving up my day job. I feel that, man. As I always say, man, have fun, man. Have fun. And never stop having fun. It's fun to jam if you got friends or some dudes that you're just having fun and maybe you see what happens. You can't go wrong with that, man. But it's when it becomes a business. Every band I've been in has been turned into a business. Acacian Crystals, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Vivian P says, just got here, I'm new. You play with any multi-millionaire bands, one-hit wonders? Not really, no. A lot of big name European people, but not any multi-millionaires. I would have liked to. Secta, is there a way to send messages to monitor? I don't think so. I think you just have to throw it in there. Yeah, just throw it out there. Amanda Hudson in the house says, just started learning guitar. Any advice for a beginner? Number one advice is to have fun and never not have fun playing the guitar. Number two piece of advice is go here on YouTube, or if you have a teacher, learn how to play chords. So if you have a teacher, that's the first thing they're going to teach you is chords. If you don't, you can go here on YouTube and type in how do I play chords on a guitar, and make sure you learn those. Second advice, number three, is learn scales. The same process. Go here on YouTube, say how do I play scales on guitar, and learn those. And that'll get you the basics. You'll be able to do just about anything after that. Ye says, what's your opinion of Jade Style from AFI? I don't know that person's style at all. I've heard that band. It's like the 2000 kind of punk, post-punk band. I can't remember. Razzle in the house. He says, Rick's to go. You the man, buddy. I'm not even sure what David Ross said there, but all right, man. Sure, no coca TN dog. I'm not sure what that means. Coca. Cocaine telephone number dog? I'm not sure. Hope you're all right, man. David Ross, good to see you, man. David Disbro, there he is. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Let's see. Vergara Telechea, hola to you. I know it looks like we got another Russian type language. Music forever, he says. Good to go. Appreciate that. Jack, what's my favorite song to play on guitar? Probably this next one is one of my favorites, honestly. It's one of my originals, which I do. I like to play my originals. Hogview says, bro, you're amazing. Hogview, appreciate that very much. Ben Fields knows what's up. Practice as much as you can. That is another one. That is another one. It depends on how far you want to go. I mean, if you just want to have fun, learn some chords, learn some scales, learn some songs. Once you learn the basic chords, you can play virtually 1,000 songs, 1,000 famous songs just like that. If you want to go further, yeah, learn the scales to learn how to play lead and then practice constantly, a ton. Thanks, James Serdna. Francois says, bye, Rick. He goes sleeping. You was very good. And you feel good. No good English. Good night. Have a great night, my friend Francois. Take care of yourself. Hawkview says, you're awesome. I tell everyone about you. I appreciate it, Hawk. That means a lot to me, man. When the word spreads, man, that's the best way. Word of mouth is the best advertising anyone could get, and I appreciate that. Denma, thank you, buddy. Hello to you. James, I think got about 11 now. 11 guitars. Ben Fields, like, moment of impact, please. Wow, I haven't played that in a million years, dude. I'd have to think about that. Keith says, 4 a.m. goes fast. Thanks, life. What do you mean, life? I ain't got no life. I feel that, Keith. I appreciate that super chat, bro. That's awesome of you, man. Skate for Life, I do not. If you read the pinned comment, I don't do any covers per se. All originals, but cool band. They got a lot of great musicians in that band. Sweet Leaf, I don't believe there's any great best guitarist. My favorite is Yngwie Malmsteen, but is he the best? Probably not. He's up there, but they're all great. You know, I don't think there's such a thing as a best guitarist. I think it's whoever influences you the most is going to be the best. James has 6 guitars. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my friend. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the sad thing about being a guitar player, man. You just keep buying more. You keep buying more. I've had up to like 20 guitars in part of my life, man. And then I got rid of a bunch, and I was like, what do I need all these guitars for? I literally only play like one guitar, and I've got like 20 of them. But I've whittled it down. Most of them are these. I have like 5 of these guitars because they're very rare. And I got 3 other rare Charvel guitars. The rest, yeah, just a couple of Fender Strats and stuff. All right, this one here is called The Fire Within. Get ready to pop off with the true Holy Trinity. Let's do this. Fire Within. What a cranker. That was actually, that's pretty good. I was feeling pretty good on that one. All right. Well, most everyone should know what's next, so we'll get that queued up. Got a lot of great comments, so we're funny one on top of that, but some people don't have brains in this world. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough to have a brain in these times, right? I guess. Secta says, I don't want to click off this amazing live stream, but yeah, man, just started a brand new channel, raw audio leads. Hope it's okay. Yeah, of course, man. We try and help everyone out, my man. No problem at all, buddy. So if you try it, we'll see what we can send to you. No problem, man. Appreciate you. David, I do not have a Gibson. I don't own one. No, I've never. Well, kinda. I have an Epiphone, Chet Atkins Epiphone SST. It's in the Gibson family, but I want a real Gibson Chet Atkins SST, but they're like $3,000. They're super rare. I could have had one, man, back in the 90s for like $800, and I was like, I'll come back. Stupid. Those things are rare. And this one was a black color too. Man, dude. That thing would be worth about $4,000 right now. But nah, stupid. I was into other stuff. Skate for Life, appreciate you subscribing, man. Thank you very much. Drummer, thank you. Shoot, I'll even subscribe. Can I click on this? There we go. Secta. Secta got 8 subscribers now. There you go, brother. I'll check it out when I get a chance. Let's see. Michael Fairbank, thank you very much. Absolutely, Secta. He says, you guys are amazing here. We try. Skate for Life's like, dude is better than me. Love it. And I ain't better than nobody. And no one better than me, my brother. Never forget that. But thank you, man. Thank you, Michael. Secta, you're welcome, man. He says, thanks, Rick and team, for having such a great space. Absolutely, man. That's what we like. We want like-minded people hanging out and having fun. Thank you, Patrick. Let's see. Marco Polo, thank you. Commandante Alex, thank you. Trying to be better, appreciate that. Alexa, she said, bro, or I believe Alexa's a girl's name. She says, bro, I like it. Thank you, Jacob. Patrick, thank you. I didn't want my chat, darn it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Thank you, Indy. Indy's like, make it sing. Oh, yeah, you know how we do it. Thank you, Commandante Alex. Let's see. Realer than most, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you. Stardust guy, right? This is a no troll zone. She'll punch you in the face, man. You don't mess with Stardust. Zinji says, you talk to my spirit every time. I appreciate it. That's amazing, man. Indy knows. Stardust hit it on he got perfect bullseye, 100%. That's it. Jacob, thank you. Maximiliano, thank you so much, buddy. Realer than most. I appreciate that comment. That's awesome, dude. There you go, Eric. Nath91 says, evening, Rick. Could you help me remember the name of one of my songs? I played it early last week. You said it was a new one. Started off really fast, and then more melodic. I don't know. Did it sound like this? Like a... Did it sound like that? Or was it, or the one that starts like this? With the volume swells. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. We'll see. Serial Flute knows the fire was within us all. Absolutely. Jake's like, I was watching your last stream and randomly saw Rick performing. That was a cool surprise. That was fun times. That was good stuff. And thank you, Indy, for having me. I appreciate that. Tatar Sealik from Turkey. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well tonight. Mountain Run, thanks for that super chat, but looks like it was a... He paid money to try and say something bad, man. But hey, I'll take you $2. I don't care. Steve Blue said, that shred earned you a sub for me. I'll be to catch more streams. Thank you so much, Steve. And if everyone be like Steve, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so if you're having a good time here. Yin and Yang says, play your favorite song. Probably this next one. This one's a real good one. Patrick's off to bed. Have a great night, buddy. Thank you, Secta. No problem, my friend. No problem. Parky, you know that's right. Christian from Chile. Obrigado y bienvenidos. Have a good night, Patrick. Freddie Madrigal knows what's up. Keep on keeping on. I love that. Serial knows what time it is. Speed it up. John D says, stumbled his way here. Let it rip. We about to, my friend. You came at the right time. James said, first time I ever watched a live feed, but had to after my face melted. I know, right? Pick it up. Pick up the face. Put it back on. We're gonna rip it. We're gonna melt it again for you. The tablet says, dude, you shred like Marty Friedman. Keep shredding. Thank you. I love Marty. Marty's a great player. There you go. See, independent Indy says James sub so you can find us again. Yeah, once you get the face fixed up, no problem. Although, if you do subscribe, we do offer face melting insurance. We will send someone over and get you patched up. No problem, no problem. Rooney from Singapore. Oh, good to see you over there in Singapore. I'd love to go to Singapore one of these days. The Formula One race is in Singapore. It's amazing. Beautiful city. Beautiful, beautiful. Taz is me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just a dude back in town. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. Thank you, Usher. He says, saying, this is my first time clicking on YouTube live stream. You came to the right place. We'll have some fun. Kaji, appreciate that, man. Indy, have a great night. Take care. We'll see you again. Anthony says, I shooting you a new sub and love the energy, man, and with the positive edge. Absolutely, my friend. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. We're gonna. So if you didn't get your face melted the last song, we're gonna really do it this time. Which comes to my disclaimer: if you're driving a car right now, make sure you slow down or pull over just for 4 minutes. Nothing crazy. If you're in your seat, make sure you're buckled up, strapped in, hold on to your socks or whatever you got going there. And lastly, if you're in a plane, you might want to go autopilot for the next 4 minutes because this gets bumpy. This gets crazy. This is the speeder, everybody, the speeder. go. The speeder. Hope everyone's safe. The song's over. Resume your activity. You should be fine now. That was crazy. That was a good one. Whoa. There's a glimpse of the next song. Those who know, know. All right. Well, we got a lot of great comments here. Appreciate all of them. Let's see. Okay. All right. Remember where I'm at now. Feisty says he was in Singapore for 6 hours. That's a quick trip. Not enough time, I don't think. They got a hotel there. I want to stay at that hotel. It's got this crazy infinity pool, like, I don't even know, 100 stories up. I don't know. It's huge, man. Christian Salada from the Philippines. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well tonight. Cole Payton, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. Charles Bowman says, scrolling, heard some sweet sounds. Oh, there you go. The doom scroll ends here. For sure, for sure. Bob Meditation, he says W. There you go with the win. We love it. We love it. Thank you, buddy. Feisty K says they have squads of M16s patrolling the airport in Singapore. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Let's see. Drummer, thank you, bud. Feisty says the 100. Wow, what is that? 11 millionth. No. 1 millionth. No, is that a billion? 1,156,000,000. 78th, 9th note was so good. There you go. That's a good one. Gooners, Thailand, thank you, buddy. Josie says, this guy just low-key shredding. That's how we do. We chill. We chilling and shredding. Sony, thank you very much for that. Sirius like, my face. Ah! Feisty says, speeder. He freed her. We try. That song could break chains easily, man. You put some chains up, I'll break them with that song. King Gaming, thank you very much. Michael, thank you. Bot, thank you. The Inventive, thank you very much. Freddie Madrigal says, it reminds of Jimi Hendrix and Keith Richards all in one. I feel that, man. That song is definitely influenced by those guys. I feel it, man. I grew up on some Hendrix, man. Nick says he immediately subscribed. You have talent. Keep it up, man. Nick, thank you so much. If you're hanging out and you want to have some fun with us, be like Nick. Subscribe to the channel. I put videos out every single day. We go live 4 times a week. We have a ton of fun here. Actually, this week we're going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in a row. We're pumping it up this week. But mods, don't worry. If you can't make it, don't worry. Please don't worry. Life comes first. We're going all week. We're gonna crush this week, or at least we're gonna try. Tonight's real slow, actually. It's a very slow night tonight. It's all good. Davidson Jr., thank you so much. Addison says, didn't even realize you could get that much control. That's awesome. Sounds great. Thank you very much, Addison. Serial's like, control not denied. Absolutely, absolutely. Jake's feeling, he said, put some extra spice in those dime bobs. I try, man. You got to add a little, cayenne pepper to that stuff sometimes. Eric says, all right, I think Rick's official. Yeah, we good. Usually after the first 4 songs, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, Zen. Serial's like, he's wiping his brow on that one. Nick Giffen, good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Michael. James O'Brien, he's like, my face. Gotta love it, man. We Are DNA says, John Petrucci, we're proud. That'd be amazing. I'd love to meet and hang out with John Petrucci. That'd be sweet. My man's got some Vietnamese language bad word name, but he says, Rick seems like a cool dude to hang with. I do. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. That's a very Vietnamese name, I think. Val Kimber, what's up, my bud? Good to see you, man. ESA Sport, thank you so much. Sear says, we still remember your legendary 10-person membership gift. I know, right? That was crazy, man. That was heavy. Nick Giffin's about to bring the squads in. All right, man. All good, all good. Val says, didn't Hendrix play for James Brown? I think he did, actually. Feisty knows. Breaking the chains down. I can't. Well, I almost sound like. That's not docking, but if you know what that is, kudos to you. If you can figure that one out. I can't think of breaking the chains right now. Harvey Danger right now. He says, pump up the jams. Michael Fairbanks, no. Docking. Goops Guitar says, do you like Left 4 Dead 2? Yeah, it was a great game. Me and my buddy used to play like insane. We played a ton of it, man. Man, we cranked that thing down, dude. That's one of the best. The Left 4 Dead was one of the best zombie games ever, man. Both of them, honestly. Some Slaughter, there you go. Dan, I can't even think of it. Yak from Argentina, thank you, buddy. Somebody says, Rick, do you have to train breathing management while training? No, I just normal breaths, man. But you would think so, man. I don't know, man. I swear, when I start playing guitar, man, something else takes over. It's not even me anymore. There you go. James Larry says, how often do you change strings? I try and change them at least about every 2 weeks. I probably have to start changing them weekly because I'm doing a lot more live streaming, and this guitar is my favorite, and I beat this thing up. VJ says, play Fly to the Moon. Fly me to the moon. Is that it? Is that the old school? Was that Frank Sinatra? If I says video game with your music, yeah, we play some games and have music, but we don't listen to me. Then you got to fly to the angels. How's Up All Night go? Can't think of it. Up all night. Can't think of it, man. We are DNA. You got it, man. You got it. I was trying to play Dockin', and it turned out to be 90210. Can you believe that? How's Breaking the Chains go? I don't know, man. I can't think of it, man. There you go. Tori Spelling is smiling somewhere. I know, right? Is that it? Don't know it. That's funny, though. I used to watch that show when I was a little kid, man. Or whatever. Teenager. Anyway. All right, we got to move on. We got storms of brewing right now. Everyone out there deals with the storms of life. Could be rain, could be snow, could be sleet, could be hail, could be the sun. Could be something in your life creating a storm that you need to get away from. You need to turn to the Storm Rider and beat that storm up. Push it back. Let it rip. Let's go. Storm Rider. There you have it, Storm Rider. Let's go. There should be no storms near you now. Everything should be clear. Clear skies ahead. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see. I think that's the Holy Trinity. We're on to the final stretch here. We got a brand new song we wrote on Saturday, but I wrote it in the wrong key. So we're going to try and play it in the right key tonight. A lot of great comments here. I appreciate each and every one of your comments. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I remember this. Serial says, if you need some new strings, check out Rick's Sweetwater page for a discount on some strings. Absolutely. 100% Serial's got that link for you. Harvey's like a little fat. Oh, that one, yeah. Val says, Tori Spelling is smiling somewhere. Is she? Feisty says, any Don Dokken stories? I don't know any. Let me think, man. I mean, not really. We weren't like partying and hanging out. The coolest thing was like we opened for them, Don Dokken, and John Norum was playing guitar for Don Dokken at the time. We opened for them, and then a few months later we're in Germany, and Dokken was on the same bill as us. We played a festival in Germany, and Dokken was playing. And Don saw me, he was like, hey man, how you been? I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, dude, that's so cool, man. You remembered me. He's like, yeah, you were great, dude. I was like, that's awesome, man. But we never partied out. Don wasn't a big partier. I don't remember him. It was he was pretty chill, man. He kind of kept to himself, did his thing. But yeah, I don't know too many Dokken stories. I've known Mick. I'll tell you what. Here's the funny one about Mick Brown. I was in a club watching a band called WW3 or WW3, which is a great band, by the way, if you never heard it. And Mick Brown was in this club hanging out, and I was like, and I saw him, like, yo, Mick Brown, what's up, dude? He's like, oh, what's up? So we're hanging out, having drinks and stuff. And Vinny Appice was the drummer for this band WW3, and Mick was tossing him back. He was a little tipsy, and he said, he yelled out, he said, yo, Vinny! And the singer's like, yo, shut the hell up, shut the F up, in his real low voice. And Mick turns to me and goes, well, he told me, didn't he? I was like, he sure did, dude. But I was like, whatever, man. That was kind of weird. Serial says her dad was the producer. Yeah, Aaron Spelling, big time producer, man. Val says, I never watched the show, to be clear. I know. It was one of those things, if you lived in that time, you probably watched it. I don't know. I liked all the girls that were on the show. I wanted to date Kelly, man. Who didn't? Harvey says, I do the same stuff when I'm trying to remember songs from the past and 30 years since 12. You got more in your catalog. I feel that, man. I've heard it so much in my life, and I can try and figure it out, usually. Sometimes I can't. I can't think of it. There you go, drummer. You know what's up. Michael Fairbank knows what's up. Harvey's like, put them horns up for sure. Help me understand. Thank you very much. Val's like, it's almost like magic when Rick plays. I feel that, man. Anaya, there you go. Thanks, Harvey. Feisty's riding the storms out. He's rocking that REO Speedwagon style. Riding the storm out. It's a classic. Zinji, thanks, buddy. Harvey's like, he's leading the storm. You know that's right. Serial says, drummer ELT for the win. You know how that goes, man, for sure. Drummer got it. Drummer got it. Val says, he is the storm. I feel that. Harvey, thank you. Michael, thank you. Jonatas, thank you so much, buddy. Excuse me, Feisty had them storm clouds cooking. HJJ, that was Storm Rider. Harvey says, in fact, the storm rides to him to glory. There you go. Keith says, huge storm outside, but the riffs shall prevail. Indeed they will. Play it loud for him. Tell him to get away from you. Val Kimber, thank you, buddy. Jonatas from Brazil, obrigado, mi amigo. Feisty got that storm carousel rider. Deep Purple has Stormbreak. You know that's right. How's that going? into another thing. But yeah, that's a classic. Stonebringer coming on Stallion Twister. HJJ, I don't use any pedals, but I use a VST3 plugin called Amplitude 5. It is the best. David Bros, there he is, buddy. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Feisty Nose Riders on the Storm. Harvey says, man, you got some serious skills from guitar player to another. You made it. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Matthias. Key says, Riders, we're in the storm is bass. There you go. Val says, Rick's last name is almost Storm, so it works. Yeah, I've seen that RickRenstromOfficial. I guess if you're possibly dyslexic, that would work out. But I've seen that. Sierra Flute says, Speed King might have my favorite Pearl song. Tutti Frutti, I'm so Rudy. Rocking to the east and west. How's that go? How's that go? Took a little rice, took a little beans, gonna have a party down in New Orleans. Key says, unlike you, I'm no vision to myself, lest you forget you didn't ever make metal, buddy. Metal made you to crush and run over everyone along with it. In its way, something that you are. It's something. It's all good, buddy. We are all metal heads and metal survivors and metal crushers, man. That's how we roll, man. Terrence King, Terrence, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's see, man. Tyler, did I see Tyler Shep? Tyler Shep's supposed to be at a concert right now. What's he doing? Yeah, okay, yeah. He says, Rick, sorry for never be sorry. He says, for popping and came here from, yeah, didn't you see intervals? I caught that on your Facebook that you're going to be seeing. That's awesome. V, thank you so much. Harvey says, next time we see it, it'll be dragonflies, and you'll be put the fire and the flames to bed. There you go, man. Let's see. Eric says, oh, I just got thinking about Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. My 53-year-old age just shining through in the past some old school metal memories. There you go, Eric. I feel that one. That's a great record, too. There you go. Val Zinji, thank you. Stoge McGee, thank you so much. Jonatas from Brazil, good to see you, buddy. Obrigado. Matthias, thank you. Harvey says, one day Holy Wars special, maybe. Maybe. I never learned it. There's Tyler. So Tyler was at the concert for Intervals. Where was that, at the Orpheum in Tampa, Tyler? I probably got too late. Probably say you should come over after the show, hang out. You could have been on my live stream. Dang it! I wish I'd have known. We're gonna get together one of these days. Dang it! Rhonda Baker's checking back. Appreciate you, Rhonda. Absolutely. Harvey says, dude, your life has been amazing. I'm glad you remember all these awesome moments. I try, man. I had a lot of awesome drinking and drug things back in the day. I'm lucky to have my brain cells still. Appreciate it. Captain Bike said, do you know the intro for Black Dog from Samurai? Samurai from Cyberpunk? Is that Cyberpunk 2077 Samurai? Is that what they're called, Samurai? I don't think I know it, man. Serial Floats. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tyler saw Intervals. That's who he saw. And make sure you check out Tyler Shep here in the chat. He just popped in. What a fantastic guitar player, young guitar player. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Serial Flute, there you go. Vinny! It was cool, man. Norberto from Argentina, gracias amigo. Paul McGinley from Scotland, good morning to you, my friend. Harvey Danger says, I can sense greatness, and he's it. Appreciate that. Looks like we got another friend from Russia here, Spasibo. Medicinal Mizzle, I think. He says, holy crap, brother, killing it. Thank you, bud. Val Kimber's half Scott. There you go. We got some Scottish family in the house. Apasil, thank you. Charles, it's going good. Hope you're doing well tonight, buddy. Zanlos Game says, you are the storm. Love the inspiration you give me in videos. I appreciate that, Zanlos. That's always a great thing to read, and I appreciate that comment. Let's see. Ghost of Maiden in the house. There he is. Mr. Iron Maiden himself. Make sure we get a link to Ghost of Maiden there. Cameron says, that tone is killer for all that remains. Nice, dude. I like this tone. I've been having it. Stardust says, any and all spamming, especially requestably deleted. Don't mess with Stardust, man. She got you. All right, Banana's ready for some shred. There you go. There you go. Val says, Tyler got all the women and left the concert. I know, right? Tyler got all kinds of phone numbers tonight, man, probably. But Ghost of Maiden, make sure you check out Ghost of Maiden. I'm sure we get a link out here real quickly here. My man is playing nothing but Iron Maiden, and to near perfection, man. I love checking that out, man. And I love Iron Maiden. So it's a match made in metal right there, man. Let's see. Kerna from Indonesia, good to see it. Okay, Tyler says it wasn't in Tampa. Where was it? Was it the one? It was one in Orlando? I looked it because when you said they were playing, I looked it up. They were playing at the Orpheum in Tampa, and somewhere in Orlando. I thought, y'all drove up to Orlando? Dang. Joe Edward, what's up, buddy? He says, Rick, you played in a lot of good fans. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you too, Joe. Thank you so much. All right, we got Ghost of Maiden's website, our YouTube channel up in here. Make sure you go check out Ghost of Maiden. If you love some Maiden, check it out. Give them a subscribe. That would be awesome. Joe says, Ricky played in a lot of good bands back then. I'm 6 years old and you rock, man. Joe Edward, I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I had some good times back in the day with some bands when it was fun to play in bands, man. Let's see. Trap says, what think about the pyramids info since you rocked that tag? I'm blown away. I'm blown away, and I can't wait to find out what is down there or what is in there. Unbelievable, man. It's like one of the craziest things ever. It could change history to know what is down in those. They're like silos. They're pretty big. They're almost like a third of a mile down deep. The structures are a third of a mile long. That's pretty big. So yeah, I'm interested for sure. Fabricio, un poquito, mi amigo, un poquito. Joe Edward says, Maryland. That's awesome, buddy. Joe Edward knows Ghost of Maiden rocks. Absolutely, absolutely. Harvey says, I watched them come and go in the comments, and mods are on point. That's absolutely, absolutely. Gavin Jones, there he is, buddy. Good to see you. Charles, I don't know any Breaking Benjamin. That's some newer stuff, buddy. I don't know any new stuff. I know old stuff. There you go, Harvey. Metal Heaven. You know that's right. There you go, Sierra. Match Made in Heaven. I mean, Metal Heaven, no, man. Metal Heaven. Okay, Tyler was Orlando. Okay. Damn, I thought Tampa would be closer. Maybe you can go see him again in Tampa. And then after the show, you come over here, man. You can stop by. We'll get on jam. I'll be down. Asphalt says, Larry doesn't do request restream description. Absolutely. Absolutely good. You got that right. You got that right. Val says, maybe they were storing grain. I feel that. Harvey says, let's go. I'll pay for the trip. We're rock out down in Orlando. There you go. Yeah, there you go, man. Leon, hello to you. Joe Edwards says, King Diamond Abigail. Man, yeah, buddy. I love that one. Buddy. Classic though. Trap just subscribed. Thank you, Trap. Appreciate you, man. And make sure you like Trap and subscribe to the channel if you're having a good time. 100%. Tyler says 2 concerts is 2 overwhelming. Yeah, those guys are crazy, man. Those guys are crazy. Like, I don't know how they play their stuff night after night after night, man. Unbelievable. Serial says, my favorite King Diamond song is The Exorcist. That's a newish one, isn't it? What album is that off of? Something like Spider's Lullaby era? Like, it was around that time, I think. I don't recall that one. All right, well, we're going to try this new song. It's in the right key now. Hopefully, I didn't get the chance to practice it in the right key, but at least I know what key it's in this time. All right, let's check it out. It's the new song. It might be called Voltage. Let me know if you feel the word voltage fits this song. I don't know. It kind of does and it kind of doesn't. I don't know. That's much better, man. Yeah, the key of F minor, much better, man. I like that. That felt a lot better than Saturday. A whole lot better. Hope you enjoyed that one. That's a brand new one. I just wrote it on Saturday. But I was feeling good. I like that. I like it. There you go, voltage. Is it voltage worthy? I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for all the great comments. That was awesome to read. Harvey's a little drunk over there. It's all good, buddy. You gotta have a good time. Okay, it's from Voodoo, so I was close. That's the album after. Is that the album after Spider's Lullaby, I believe? Or wait, Spider's Lullaby, and it's the one with the is it the cemetery one after that? The Graveyard, and then Voodoo? I think. It's been a while. I stopped listening, man, a little bit. I think Spider's Lullaby was really the last album I was totally into. Let's see. Ayab Anna says, please, what are you using amps and pedals to get that tone? I'm using Amplitude 5 Max. Amplitude 5 Max. In that plug-in is a Marshall JTM 45, which is a Plexi. And then I use a MXR Distortion Plus pedal on top of an EQ with the mids totally cranked up, man. If you go to my Sweetwater page, there's a link somewhere here. My Sweetwater page has, they're actually having a deal on Amplitude right now. I believe it's $99. If you buy the Amplitude 5 from my Sweetwater page, I will give you the patch that I use. You can have it. Guaranteed. Tyler did not stream the concert. That's good. You know what? I appreciate that, Tyler. You know, I want people to go to a concert and have a good time. Every time I watch a concert lately, there's like 1,000. Everyone's got their phones up. You know, it's like, put your phone down and enjoy the freaking concert, man. I don't understand why everyone's got to record it and then they go, oh, I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And it's like, man, just enjoy the concert, man. That bugs me. So the fact that Tyler didn't stream the concert is even better. That's a smart young man right there, man. Drummer, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Harvey. Serial says Voodoo is peak King Diamond. I have to listen to it again, man. I used to listen. I've listened to it, but I don't know, man. Something happened along the way. Like I think like Spider's Lullaby was really cool, and I think the production changed or something. I don't know if they started doing something different. It just wasn't. The production was different to me. It's like, man, it doesn't sound like King Diamond. It sounded like King Diamond, but it wasn't that production I was used to. Edward, hello to you. Pepe Alanis, thank you very much. Useless 80 cents. He's been shocked already. There you go. Joe Edwards says that came out in 1988. Okay, yeah, 98. Yeah, I remember that. I was living. My friend, I rented a room from a friend of mine. He was a King Diamond fan too, so he always got that stuff. So I remember maybe listening. I'll have to listen to it again. I'll have to look at it. I do remember Spider. We jammed Spider's Lullaby like crazy, man. And The Graveyard. Those two, we were cranking those like crazy, man. T-Gunk, appreciate that. Tyson, his grandmother died today. It's been hard. I apologize. I'm sorry to hear about that, Tyson. It's very unfortunate, and we're praying for you, buddy. Trust me, when I say I've lost many a family member in my lifetime, and it's never hard, man. But the best thing I can tell you is to, you grieve, cry, do what you need to do. Let all the emotions out that you need to. And never forget the good times you had with your grandma. That's always the most important thing. You got to remember the good times, the great times, the fun times, everything she ever taught you, everything she ever did for you. Remember that. Remember it always. Tyler Jackson, thanks, buddy. K Gaming, I appreciate that. Eric says, thanks, Rick. I was privileged to see King Diamond in 88 and 27. Both were amazing. Damn, that's awesome, dude. King's amazing. I saw Merciful Fate on the In the Shadows tour back in like '94. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. Let's see. Josh says, I look like his friend. All right, man, I got all kinds of doppelgangers. Tyler Shep says, this new song is sick, Rick. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. Rhonda has a question. Just wondering, what is anything you got, Rhonda? We got you. We got you. You're welcome, Tyson. God bless you, buddy. God bless you and your family right now. Che Holloway said, this needs to be in an anime or video game. I feel that, man. That'd be dope. I would love to get involved in some video game writing songs and stuff. That'd be fun. And plus, you probably make a lot of good money for a big company. Hook me up, man. Sick from the Kush, he says, Rick rules. How much longer in the stream? I'm having too much fun with my guitar. I've been jamming instead of watching. That's fine, dude. I appreciate you telling me that because I would rather someone be practicing their guitar, or they could be watching them practice. But if they're practicing their guitar, that's what's up, man. But we'll probably be on for a couple more songs, man. The crowd is dwindling just ever so slightly. I wouldn't mind having a little early night tonight. So we got a couple more, and we'll see where we go. We'll see where it go. Thank you, Serial. Thank you, Eric. I was feeling. I played it, of course, on Saturday, and I had the wrong key. It was just like it just didn't feel right. It didn't sound right to me either. But yeah, I think that key F is the correct key. Edward says classical music on electric guitar. There you go, buddy. Zanlo's games like holy moly. I feel that, man. Rhonda says, what do your ears feel like hours shredding? They feel fine. I've been doing this for such a long time. And now that everything's very volume controlled, so it's not very loud. It's for you, it's probably as loud as you can make it. For me, it's at a comfortable level. It doesn't bother me too much. And believe me, I've played since probably the age of 17. I had stacks, like amplifier stacks, like 2 412 cabinets and a 100-watt head or something of that nature. And I sat right in front of it, cranked up, and my band played a lot. My bands, when I was a kid, we played a lot. We practiced like every day. We played out probably 3 or 4 nights a week if we weren't practicing, so it was crazy. Serial like those drums. Appreciate that, Serial. I was feeling that one. I was feeling the Richard Christie on that one. Every time I write drums, I just think of me and Richard Christie hanging out, and I'd ask him what would he do. What part would you play right there? And that's what I get every time I write these drums. A lot of times. Harvey says, no problem, man. We're here to figure it out together. Absolutely, absolutely. 6 says, I haven't caught up on VOD, or I've been VOD up on streams like, oh, you haven't caught up on streams like, did I miss a new song? We just played a new song. Yeah, sick. Brand new one. The song of the week, You know how I do. Every Saturday I write a brand new song. Unfortunately, I wrote it in the wrong key Saturday, and I fixed it, and we played it right now. See, Daniel knows what's up. He's a Rick going God mode for sure. Roberto, thank you. Feisty says speeder, a little extra speedier on that. Harvey says, my ears feel satisfied after hours of shredding. You guys gotta love your ears. You know that's right, man. Michael Fairbank, thank you, buddy. Roberto Mendoza, thank you. Tony T's like, that is lit. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. That's what I like. Now, where we go here? Man, I thought I had the chat all worked out, and it's way more than I ever thought. Wow. Holy moly, man. Okay, wow. We are. The chat is unchained right now. Mein Gott. All right, we gotta watch it here. We got a lot to go. Harvey says, what point do we call the fire department? Never, never, never. I have a fire extinguisher within 15 steps of this room. No problem. Serial was feeling that. Appreciate you, brother. Edward, thank you. Juero Santos, thank you. Terry Carranza says, this is fantastic. You're playing kicks. Hey, don't ever stop playing. Thank you, Terry. I won't. I'm just getting warmed up. Hopefully Lab Anas, man, we got you, man. Hopefully we got you. Joe Edward, check out Rick Renstrom, other groups he's playing in. This guy's a legend. Thank you, Joe Edward. You know what's up. AZ says, nice. I nominate you for the King Diamond Darrell Hall of Fame. I would love to be in that. I would love to play for King Diamond. If Mike Weed ever, if Andy LaRocque ever left, I would step in immediately. I would learn everything they had. I know how he solos, so that'd be cool. Eric's feeling it. Appreciate that, buddy. He says, and charging Randy, you know that. See, Daniel Oliver says, everyone needs to share this for Rick. I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Roberto. Terry, do I play any Boston? Not really. I love Boston. Great band. How's that one tune go? Down, down. More than how it goes? More than a feeling. I could be wrong. A lot of those songs from the 70s were, 1, 4, 5 chord progressions. I could be mixed up. Tony T, thank you very much. All right, Jake got Lab and Nas covered there. Appreciate that. Harvey thinks he just fell in love. I appreciate it. He said, I enjoyed this. I'll tune for him more. Appreciate that, everybody. Mike thinks it sounds like an anime intro. There you go, man. Classical. I'm into classical music. Anime is Japanese. Japanese people are into classical music. There you go. There you go, Harvey. Joe Ever. Okay, 1995 was Spiral Lullaby. That was a classic, dude. C. Daniel says, everyone please share Rick's channel. Let's get a collab with Rick and El Stapario Siberiano. That'd be dope. I love that dude, man. He rips, man. There you go, Harvey. Sirius says, check out Amplitude 5 on Sweetwater. There's a huge discount. There he is. Kevin Duggar, I use Ernie Ball Super Slinky 9s my whole life. Well, maybe after the first 2 years, I started using Ernie Balls 100%. Simply Blah, yeah, I mean, I made it into the Shred collab thanks to all you great people that supported me and voted for me. The final video will be out probably, Jared said maybe like a couple weeks, a month or two. He's got some big name players that are like on the road doing this and that, so he's got to have them record their solos, but hopefully within maybe 3 to 4 weeks or so. There you go, Tyler. Let's see. We Are DNA says, when people use the cameras at concert, I sneak past them to get closer. There you go. That's a smart way. A Money, thank you very much. Ahmed Al-Thukar, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you again. Simply Bog knows what's up. All right, Aesthetic Tap. If you missed the song, we're going to be playing another one in a few moments here. Thank you, C. Daniel. Joe Edwards says, I got all the way back to listen to this Mr. Merciful Fate. Thank you. Yeah, man. I'll listen to both of them. Thanks, Secta. Kevin Duggar said, I'm still new to guitar. To get those right tones I want. Yeah, it's tough, man. It takes a lot, man. I tried all kinds of amps in my life. Mesa Boogies, Marshalls. In the end, Marshall was the best one for me. Gave me the sound that I wanted for rhythms. Gave me the sound I wanted for leads. Good, great, clean tones. That's all I use now is Marshall. Even the plugin I have is Marshall. So that's what's up. But yeah, test everything out, try them out. Plugins are the best thing nowadays, really. You can get 80,000 different sounds out of it and find the one that works for you. Abe Money says, thanks for reminding me about his grandpa. Absolutely, buddy, absolutely. See, Daniel, my inspirations, Yngwie Malmsteen, Richie Blackmore, Uli Roth, Al Di Meola, Andy LaRocque. Those are the top 5 that I really, really listen to big time. Rodrigo, hello to you, buddy. Harvey Danger Knows. Alan Cena, Obrigado, mi amigo. Joe Edwards says, Rick is a legend. Check out Rick Renstrom. Older music back in the day. This guy can really play. I appreciate that, Joe. That's awesome, man. Bill Hadley, thank you so much there. Thanks, Michael. Harvey says, we're going to rock heaven, Rick. You know this. You know that's right, buddy. Edward says, what do you like to listen to? I like to listen to classical music. I listen to old school 80s heavy metal. I like some of the, I don't know, there's a couple bands I like from the current day, but not too many. But mostly everything's old school stuff. And then classical's really old school. Harvey says, the life before anyone is too real. I know this. There they are, Cletus and Clovis. What's going on, brothers? He said, Clovis says, you remind him of Badia, smooth and precise. I love Michelangelo Badia. Amazing guitar player. Kevin says, as a beginner to heavy metal, what basics would you start at to get going? I mean, obviously, the power chords are simple. You know? Just learn power chords. I mean, if you're going to do metal, power chords. Of course, learn your basic chords, learn your basic scales, and then learn songs. I mean, go back to the beginning of heavy metal, Black Sabbath type stuff, and Deep Purple stuff, and keep moving up. You know, keep learning each era of great metal songs and stuff, because a lot of riffs will teach you how to kind of play metal, these old school riffs, because everything derives from back in the 70s, back in the 70s metal, like Deep Purple and the Black Sabbath and things like that. That's what I would do if you want to learn that. Today's metal is very technical, very technical. So start slow and work your way up. See, Daniel asks, what are my favorite guitar brands? Only one. Well, actually two. Jackson, and then Charvel, and then Fender. So those are my three favorites. AZ says, Kerry King said Hello Waits was a Merciful Fate ripoff. Was it? Interesting. Depends. I don't remember. Depends on which song that is. I'd have to know which song. Thank you, Joe. Serial says, did anyone else celebrate the 30th anniversary of Symbolic this last Saturday? Symbolic X. You know that's right. Yeah, his nephew runs his Facebook page, runs the Death Facebook page, and he posts a lot of cool tributes on Saturday. A lot of cool stuff, man. If you're on Facebook, just follow the Death Official Facebook page. It's run by his nephew, Christopher. I play some Sabbath. Which one? Sing me a song, you're a sinner. Let's see. Jake C says, dude, you're a talent with the hands God gave you. Thank you, Jake C. Appreciate that. Harvey says, it's probably AZ. Fun fact, my legal name is Arizona. There you go. Joe says, Rick, we got to make it to Maryland and play Hammerjacks. My brother Rams Head live at the film. There you go, man. Eric says, yes, me and my son Janet. There you go, there you go. Sick Nose, Manowar Forever, MAB joint. He is with, Michelangelo has been with Manowar for about a little over a year now. Maybe a couple of years, actually. Eric knows what's up. 339 likes. That's awesome for a Tuesday. Not too shabby. Joe Edwards got it right there. Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Deep Purple, Rainbow. Yeah, another band, Judas Priest. Judas Priest has some of the best riffs ever, man. You got to do that. Wow, man. Some Dio. There you go. Maiden Go. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's see. What's next? I had some weird song I haven't played in like 100 years. I got to try it out, man. I haven't played this one forever. If I can find it. What was this? I don't know what this song is, honestly. I'm going to play it anyway. It had a cool solo and stuff. What was it? How did it go? I don't know. Let's figure it out together. I don't remember. Let me hear it. Oh. Okay. I remember it now. played that in like a million years. I was like, what the heck, man? I haven't played it. I try to play songs that I haven't played forever. That's an interesting one. I'm not even sure where I came up with it. That's an old one, I think, real old one. Okay, here's this one. This is fun. All right, we'll cue that one up. Fantastic comments. I appreciate all of them so much. Let me see what we got here. Okay, I think I remember right around there. Lisa Anderson, how you doing tonight? Good to see you there. NT Acoustics, indeed it is. Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. AZS, anyone remember Midas Touch, 80 Strashman? I've never heard of those guys. I don't recall that one. Harvey says, got pulled over near Cincinnati by a dot cop named Jay Priest. Now there you go. If his parents called him Judas, that was amazing. Thank you, drummer. Flavio from Brazil, obrigado. Boa noite. Maiden Go, thank you there. Harvey said, I wanted to learn Breaking the Law so bad. Heck yeah, that's a classic tune. Everyone's got to learn Breaking the Law. Everyone's got to learn that one. Joe Edwards said, oh yeah. So Iron Maiden, Judas Priest 5 times, and Marilyn Priest was awesome. Made him with Bruce Dickinson, took him to another level. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's Pellet Funner. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. We Are DNA say, all the people requesting songs, shut up and listen. I feel that. Actually, just read the pinned comment and you know instantly what to do, what to do. There you go, Schaefer. Ty the One. He says, hey man, you're inspiring me to pick up the guitar. There you go, man. That's what we're supposed to do, man. Get you inspired to get going, man. Have fun with it. Time's at 12:38. All right, all right. Let's see. 6 says, sound like an old Final Fantasy until he kicks into full speed. I know, right? Deedle, 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 deedle. I love that harpsichord, man. I used to write a lot on harpsichord sound. Maiden Go, thank you very much. Thank you, Daniel Hernandez. Appreciate you there. Joe Edwards says, Rick, my first concert was 1980. July 1st, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, 5 times. Whoa, man. My first concert was 84, Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith Tour with Dokken opening up. Talk about a heck of a show, man. I got George Lynch and Judas Priest all on the same night, man. Thank you, Eugene Lowe. Terry says, do you know any Baroque? Or Burrow? I'm not sure of Burrow music, but Baroque maybe? That's the kind of style I write. I'm very much into the Baroque era of classical music. Let's see. NYC, there you are, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Maiden Go, thank you. Serial said he saw Testament, Motorhead, Black Sabbath with Dio do the entire Heaven and Hell album and then Priest. It was the best concert ever. Man, that's insane. Also on a quarter of shrooms. That probably made it even better. You were probably like, this is the greatest. And it probably will always be the greatest. But that's a heck of a lineup right there. A heck of a lineup, man. There you go, Michael. Edward, thank you, buddy. Jake C says, would a remotely controlled string dampener be useful for recording and or concerts? It's a device that sits on the nut of the guitar and press a button remotely. Interesting. There's a lot of people that use that stuff, that string dampener. And yeah, if they could maybe click a button or something for it to go up and down, that'd be wild, dude. Sounds like a, not GoFundMe, but a Kickstarter type of idea, man. You could probably get some people on board of that. I don't use those things. Sometimes I've got like I can't remember, it's a groove gear wrap or whatever. I don't use it. I use it sometimes depending on certain solos that I'm playing, recording that is, because I want the perfect, clean sound. I want any open strings. Some parts are harder than others when you're recording. David Parr, I don't know any Phil Keaggy, but Phil Keaggy is amazing. Ain't gonna lie, man. He's one of the best guitar players out there. Edwards from Russia. Spasibo to you, my friend. Carlos Maia. Muchas gracias, amigo. Thank you, Edward. Just Fly from Turkey there. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Tyler. Banny says, do I smoke the good stuff? I do not, no. I haven't smoked the good stuff since 2011. January, to be exact. So yeah, it's been a long time. I wouldn't touch it any further. No, not me, not me. Marcos, he says, saludos, God bless you, brother. Marcos, good play guitar. Muchas gracias, Marco. Thank you very much. Rhonda says, please, before I go, respect for Sister's Heart, Nancy, and just one song. Let me think. How do that? I can't think of it. I was listening to it the other night, too. Dun, dun, dun. How's alone go? How do I get you alone? Down, down, down. I think it's the wrong key. The right chords with the wrong key. I'm not sure. That's my favorite Heart song of all time, Alone. They didn't write it, but what they did with that song is beyond amazing. It really is. There you go, Terry. Feeling the Dream Theater on that. I appreciate that. Frank says he misses the 80s. I know, right? A lot of us do. A lot of us do. AZ says, Jerry Reed, 1984. You know what's up with that. Was that Smokey and the Band around that time? Michael Fairbanks, he's going to go see Heart and Cheap Trick next Monday. Dang, dude. That's dope, man. That's going to be a good concert. And Versi, I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight? Jerry Johnson back again. What's up, buddy? From Missouri, we appreciate you out there, man. Remedy says, I'm new to your channel. Just got started playing guitar and getting into rock music. I'm wondering how to get better, how to play different songs. Yeah, I mean, depending on your current skill level, if you know basic chords and or power chords, I think any song you want to learn is probably available here on YouTube. Someone will literally take 15 minutes and break down all the parts for you. YouTube is a wonderful resource, I think, for guitar players and musicians alike that are starting to learn, because there's so many great YouTubers out there that know how to play the songs perfectly and break down every note, every riff. So you can, by the end of it, you know every part. So yeah, check that out, man. Check YouTube right here, bub. Thank you, Inversi. I appreciate that. Joe Ever says, George Lynch, Doc and Lynch Mob. Oh, Lynch Mob's the jam there, man. You're welcome, Rhonda. Harvey said he saw back at State College, saw Dope and Mushroom Head. Mushroom Head is dope. They're killer band, man. Killer band, man. What was I playing the other day by I was trying to play that one song by Soundgarden. Beat the rhythm with your hand. Alexander from Russia. Spasibo, my friend. Good to see you. Inversi says, what's my go-to song? Probably my originals. Fire Within, Until the Bitter End, Symphony 40. Any three of those will be my go-tos for sure. Pepperoni, there you go. Marco from Oxnard, California. Good to see you, Marcos. Nikki Lynn, what I think of Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck is one of the greatest of all time. And a little story for almost all the guitar players. All the guitar players from his era, like Richie Blackmore, Eric Clapton, George Harrison, all those guys thought he was the best. So that tells you something right there. When those guys who are probably, people think they're the best, they said he was the best. Yeah, Jeff did things on a guitar that no one could have done, and not many people can do still. Dave from Norway, good to see you, buddy. Harvey says, not even edibles, Rick? Good for you, man. No way, no way. I don't need it, man. I don't need it anymore. There used to be a time in my life when I thought I needed it. You know, I needed to be high to write a song, or I needed to be high to play video games. And then when I stopped doing that and had more clarity, I was like, wow, I didn't need that stuff at all. But I don't condemn or judge anyone that does do that kind of stuff. That is your decision, your life. And if that's what you do, that's all good, man. It's all good. Terry says, any Winger, Megadeth, Dokken? I know some Dokken. I love Winger, though. People dunk on Winger, they do. But surprisingly, they had a great band. Red Beach, amazing guitar player. Who played the drums? What was his name? I can't think of the drummer's name right now, but Kip Winger's an amazing bass player and a singer. Nikki Lean says, my favorite is Because We Ended as Lovers. Nikki, that's my favorite too. That's amazing what he does on that. I've always wanted to learn that song. I wish I had more time to sit down and learn that one. It's a beautiful song. It's a Stevie Wonder. Actually, Stevie Wonder wrote the song. But what Jeff did with it is unbelievable. Joe said he saw Yngwie Malmsteen in Triumph. Was so amazing. Dang, I didn't see AC/DC, but it was Yngwie opening up for AC/DC. I stayed for Yngwie and then took off. I had no interest in AC/DC. Sorry, everybody who loves AC/DC. I was like, Yngwie, you can't top Yngwie. And that was like 1985 Yngwie. You couldn't top 1985 Yngwie, man. That was some of his best playing. Thanks, Harvey. I appreciate that, man. Unfortunately, I'm not a guitar teacher. I wish I was. I wish I could help people with the lessons and things like that. But I'd probably have to have 100. I probably have to have 200 students at about $60 an hour, and then I probably wouldn't have to do my job. That'd be a lot of students, though. That'd be a lot. There you go, Jerry. Alexander, thank you. Thanks, Rouge6. Appreciate that. Harvey knows Spoon Man. Oh, he said that was for my wife. Spoon Man's in Drop D, probably. I don't know. I don't know what key. I just hear. I can learn songs by ear, so. Why Hero using an amp or amp sim? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's Amplitude 5. It's a VST3 plugin, and it's fantastic. I've tried them all, and this one's the best. I haven't found anything better than this. The Neural DSP Fortin Nameless X is pretty good for rhythm. Like, actually, it's amazing for rhythm sounds. I can't get a lead tone off it for anything. But I'm really into Marshall amps, Marshall Plexi amps, mostly. Tenacious Kivo from Florida, good to see you, buddy. Nikki Lynn says Jeff's his favorite. Jeff's a favorite. Yeah, absolutely. Jeff's amazing. Rod Morgenstern, thank you, Joe Edward. I appreciate that. Yeah, he played with someone else prior to that. He was like a big jazz drummer, studio drummer. Rouge always loved Chris Cornell. Yeah, Chris was amazing, dude. Chris is one of the greatest singers of all time. And not even like, of the grunge era. He was like, of all time, one of the greatest singers, man. Not too many people can do his style, his way of singing. Anthony Vincent comes very, very close. But even he knows that he's not that close. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when Rob was with Winger, amazing. Yep, AZ knows Kip Winger is an excellent bass player. Kip Winger's smarter than everyone knew, man. It was just the Beavis and Butthead thing that dunked on him so hard, man, and screwed him up. There you go, Joe. Rouge says Ozzy had some really good stuff in the 80s. Yeah, that's where I grew up. All the 80s Ozzy stuff. Blizzard of Oz, Diver Madman. Aditya Chirasha, hello to you. Praise Razor, hey, what's going on there? Rhonda says, dang, Nancy Wilson rocks crazy cool 70s music. Barracuda, yeah, what's that? How's that going? Barracuda. All Around Ron Games says, love from Ohio, brother. I'm listening to Yngwie Magic Mirror, Magic Mirror. That's a great record, man. Trilogy. I have, you don't remember in here. I haven't played that in a minute. Maybe I did. I played it a couple weeks ago. Zanlos, have heard of Mahavishnu? Yeah, John McLaughlin, Mahavishnu. Absolutely, man. It's a great record. Yeah. I have it somewhere, actually. But yeah, sick. John McLaughlin was amazing, dude. One of the greatest players out there. Serial Flute says, make sure and sub and check out Rick's back catalog. Glad to have y'all here. Absolutely. If you're hanging out and enjoying the show, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 39,000 subscribers. Then we'll be on our way to 40,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? Man, I broke this nail hard. But I appreciate everyone out there. If you're having a great time tonight, please consider subscribing. I put videos out every single day. I go live 4, sometimes 5 times a week. This week, 5 times a week, we're going live. We're really pushing it out. I want to get that 40,000 by the weekend. Let's see if we can do it. AZ says, Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan ripping up for DLR. Yeah, that was a great lineup there. Feisty knows there will never be another Jeff Beck. Unless he reincarnates himself into some kid. You know, that's the only way. That's the only way. Feisty said, weed. It's not what it is. It's how you use it and how others view it. True that, man. Like I said, I don't care. I mean, I was a chronic back in the day. Complete chronic. Not anymore, though. Joe saw Ozzy. There you go. Anthony the Plant, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Bong Lordson says, dude, you know so much about rock. Hell yeah. There you go, buddy. There you go, Anthony. Black Hole Sun. That's a classic tune right there. If I said, I told you I had to go. You didn't believe me. I believe anything. People say they gotta go, they gotta go. There you go, Nikki Lynn, Lane Staley too, yeah. Both him and Chris. Ow! Lane Staley was a killer, man. Weird DNA says Chris Cornell and Jeff Buckley are friends, and both of them saying, yeah, Jeff Buckley is pretty crazy too, man. Michael Fairbank, he got to see Ozzy in 2018. I saw Ozzy in like 1996, 97. He had Joe Holmes playing guitar for him, and it was one of the best I've heard. Joe Holmes is amazing. If you don't know who Joe Holmes is, the dude's an amazing guitar player, man. He nailed every single solo. Randy solos perfectly. It's unbelievable. Praise Razor met Eric Clapton guitar shop once. I was a local dude. If I saw Eric Clapton, I'd probably fall over. I would probably fall over if I saw him just chilling. DC5, I've not heard of Nathaniel Kano. I've not heard of him. Harvey says, no, Winger isn't that good as the band. That's not a lie. No, they were good, dude. They had some really good tunes, man. And people don't know about Kid Winger, man. They just got dunked on, man. Dunked on by Beavis and Butthead, man. Killed it. Pretty much killed their career, and it's kind of sad because they had some good tunes. And I mean, Reb Beach is one of the best guitar players you ever will hear, man, ever. There you go, Harvey. Rue 6 says the lead from Disturbed has amazing verse. Yeah, David Draymond, Corey Taylor's on top. Yeah, of like nowadays, most modern metal. Corey Taylor kills it, man. Joe says, I said I like Ryan James Dio too, Heaven and Hell. Yeah, Heaven and Hell's a great record. Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, both. Jacob says, Chris Squire inspired Geddy Lee. Dang, dude. That's cool. All in One from India, good to see you. Maiden Go, thank you. Caleb said, what concerts you been in your life? Too many. Way too many. I mean, I'm an old dude, man. And I grew up in the 80s. We saw a lot. Some of the best concerts I ever saw, though, Deep Purple, 1984, Judas Priest, 1984, Eric Clapton, 1985, I think. I seen Judas Priest a couple, 3 or 4 times. Queensryche, Iron Maiden, Yngwie. I mean, I could go on forever, man. I've seen a lot, man. Here you go, Zanlos. He said, that made me rethink all my techniques. Praise Razor, thank you. Rockstar Agree, thanks for subscribing. Alexander says, you got to know that Russians like American peoples. We are so good friends. Together we are power. F politics. True that, man. I know the Russian people, the Russian people are amazing. The people of Russia are some amazing people. And I've known quite a few in my life. But unfortunately, yeah, they live under a specific type of government. And, people around the world see that only. They don't see the people themselves. It's sad to see, man. But you're right, man. Big F to politics, man, for that. I wish it was different. I'd love to go to Russia. I know I got a lot of fans in Russia. I got a lot of fans in a lot of places. Let's see. Nikki Lynn, thank you so much for that super chat. Very kind of you. Man, I swear I thought I was done with the... Okay, I remember. I thought I was done with the chat. Maiden Go from Manila, good to see you there. Zanlos, he subscribed. Appreciate that. Joe says, Yngwie Malmsteen, yeah, Rick, I feel the same way. He was amazing. Yeah, he was, dude. Harvey says, been to as many concerts as possible. I know, right? Thank you, All in One. That's awesome, man. Feisty says, Paige and Beck were buddies, played together. Yeah, that's right, in the Yardbirds. Yep, true that, Joe. Alexander, thank you. Lane Staley, absolutely. DC's thinking about getting electric guitar. That's dope, dude. Faith No More. I used to love that tune, that one song. My cover band, back when I was like 17 or 18, we played that song that, you want it all, but you can't have it. I can't remember that, but that was fun. That was a fun song to play. Harvey says, Lane was the only one to hit that C. That's true. James says, is a 3K Satriani Ibanez or a 3K Honda a better investment? Depends on what you need. Do you need a car? Do you need a vehicle to drive? Honda, for sure. If you got a car already and you just want to rock out some sick guitar, the Ibanez. Really just depends, man. Serial Buddy, have a great night, man. Thank you so much for hanging out and doing the jams. We love you for it. Appreciate you, bro. We'll see you soon again, I'm sure. Trash says, what if they never killed Dimebag? God only knows, man. It's just the same. What if Randy Rhoads didn't die? What if Jimi Hendrix didn't die? These people could have brought so much more music into the world. Rue said, I knew I'd seen you before. Leash Law, good. There you go. I love when the people remember me from the old days. Yeah, Leash Law, absolutely. Thank you, Maiden Go. Have a great night. Alexander loves Deep Purple. I love Deep Purple too. Joe Queensryche, you know that's right. AZ said, remember flipping the Dio logo upside down, right? All those old albums, man, that's some wild stuff, man. All right, let's see. Me and Beastwood in the house. How you doing, my brother? Good to see you. All right. Oh, boy. I was going to play this one. We'll just play this. I'll skip that. We'll play Tears of Time instead. We'll end the night with Tears of Time. And then, yeah, we're going to end it after this one. If this song doesn't make you subscribe to the channel, I don't know what will. I really don't. But I'd appreciate if you would. We're on our way to 39,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 40,000 by the end of the week, I think. We're going to try real hard. But check this one out. It's called Tears of Time. That's the pick drop right there, man. That was a good one. That felt good. That felt good. That's like I said, if that don't make you subscribe, I don't know what else would. I really don't. I really don't. 3 hours of incredible shreds, incredible people. If you didn't have fun tonight, I don't know what you need. I don't know. But I thank every single one that has been hanging out tonight. So very kind. And I love seeing you here. I love the conversations that go on. Fantastic mods. We're going to read the comments right quick, and then we're going to be out of here. I'm going to try and reach all of them really fast. But that is a wrap for Tuesday. So if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun here, so make sure. Wow, there was a lot of comments there in that one. All right, I remember that one here. Let's see. Michael Fairbank, thank you. Let's see. Albert Verdo says, I play the guitar, but not as good as you, brother. Don't ever worry about it, man. No one's better than me, and I'm better than nobody, man. We just do what we do, and make sure you have fun playing that guitar. That's all that matters in life, man, having fun. Joe says, what is this that say, what is this? I know, right? Praise Razor saw the Megadeth back in 92 with Stone Temple Pilots. Interesting combination of bands. Alberto Varela from the Philippines. Good to see you there, man. Thank you so much. I love my people in the Philippines for sure. Rasmus Rose asks, what interface are you using? That's a great question. This is a one that most people don't use, but it's a Black Lion Audio Revolution 2x2. This thing is like one of the best interfaces I've tried. I've tried several of them. I have a PreSonus over there. I've got an old Digitech or Digidesign over here. I've tried Scarlett's, and this thing just smokes. Now, I mean, I think Apollo from UAD is probably one of the best ever, but this one, for the price, it's like $279, I think. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah, Black Lion Revolution 2x2. Amazing. Joe says he remembers when that video came out, the goldfish, everyone's we're mad about the goldfish, I know, right? PETA was freaking out. He said the goldfish wasn't even out of there for like 10 seconds. It's all slow-mo. Drummer, have a great night, buddy. Joe says, can't forget about Steppenwolf. You know that's right. Get your motor running. Harvey says, they were taken before they were needed because God wants one hell of a concert for us to jam, and they need time to practice. I feel that, man. I feel that. Michael says, that's what I say about Buddy Holly. He died in 59, but if he lived to the 70s, I'm sure he would have rocked 100%, man. Buddy Holly was ahead of his time, too. There you go, Mint. Fire time, he says. Feisty says, must have been a question, Fender Player Plus if you can afford it. Those are nice. Thank you, Joe. You know it, right? Praise Razor, thank you. There you go, Harvey. Mint Beastwood, there you go, buddy. Hang loose, I like it. V, there's V. I had a feeling, V, you were hanging out, so I was like, you know what, I'll play this, because I know V likes it. That's all that matters. She says, kindly accept another triple beautiful heart. There you go. Billy Brewer, thank you. Thanks, Ruse. I appreciate that, bud. Harvey says, he's spreading the word of metal right now. You know that's right, man. Zanlos says, thanks for sharing your wisdom and music. What a great community. Thank you, Zanlos. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you very much. Flora Braswell, thank you very much there. Joe Edwards, subscribe. Make sure you like Joe Edward here and subscribe to this channel. Caleb says, I like the Eye of Horus tattoo. Thank you very much. Power Slave, Iron Maiden. Alexander says, insane, so good, Sound of Soul. There you go, buddy. Appreciate that. Air Hall, thank you very much. Thank you, Joe, for subscribing. Rouge 6 says, I truly believe this is the best thing I've actually heard lately. It's great. Thank you so much. Pellet Funner knows Tears of Time is so triumphant. Absolutely. He's a classically clean G. Classical gangsta. For show. Praise Razor, thank you so much, man. Harvey says he's putting the night to bed with this one. I know, right? V's like, where's my Kool-Aid? I love this song. There you go. Thank you, Mint. Appreciate you, brother. Alberto says, how do you do that fast shredding? Please give us advice. It's very simple. The best advice, go to my channel and look at the exercise that every guitar player should know. It will get you closer than you've ever been before. I promise you that. Promise you. Make sure you check that out. Go to my channel. It's a video called the exercise that every guitarist should know. Check it out. Lex G, there you are, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Harvey Danger, no pick control, and the pick itself too. Feisty says Baby Metal actually did a lot for metal, even they are not metal, they're totally original. True that, man. Their band's sick though. I mean, I don't really get into the J-pop vocal stuff they do, but the band behind them is unbelievable. Zanlos knows tremolo picking, control, precision, and confidence will get you that shred technique. Many of those things, many of those things. There you go, Eric. Appreciate that message out there, Eric. That's a good one. LCSO, thank you. Thank you, Mint. Ishpreet Singh, there you go. Alexander said, my mom didn't hear it. She is shocked. That's awesome. Hello to Alexander's mom out there. Yeah, Mint's like, make you cry. I know, right? Thank you, Michael Fairbank. Ishpreet Singh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. 2006, Curl says, you need to be in a band. You're like better than 90% of the world-class guitarists. Well, I appreciate that, man. I could put a band together in about 3 phone calls. That's not a problem. A band is not the problem. The problem is the money that is involved to do something with that band. But I appreciate that, Corolla. You know what's up, man. Rue Sick knows what's up. He says, is this the comeback of metal and hard rock? I hope so, man. If I could be the catalyst, let's do it. Let's do it. Ishpreet knows. There you go, buddy. Alexander, thank you. Mint knows this too. Lots of practice. Thank you, Corolla. Ishpreet's like, lots of it. You know that's right. Tree Squirrel still hanging out. Thanks for hanging out tonight, Tree Squirrel. She says, fire, fire, fire. There you go. All right, Feisty's done it. He's confessed. He loves Baby Metal. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Harvey Danger, there you go, brother. Thank you, Lex G. Mauricio from Panama, good to see you, buddy. Joe Edward, thanks for hanging out tonight. We appreciate you. There you go, Harvey. Necroles, thank you very much for that. There you go, Jay. There you go. Awesome, dude. Min said, glad I got to catch a jam, bud. Absolutely, buddy. Good to see you tonight, man. Gitney Saul. I'm from Akron, Ohio. Santiago from Colombia. Muchas gracias, amigo. Good to see you. David Giorgio, have a great night. V, absolutely, you're quite welcome. I'm more than happy to play these streams. I'm having some fun. I have fun doing this stuff. I swear to God, if I didn't have to go to work tomorrow, I'd keep going, but I gotta go to work. One day I won't have to, maybe. Thank you, Mint. Necroless, I got 3 black metal songs, black metal neoclassical songs here, buddy. We gone tonight, buddy. Come back tomorrow. Remind me. I'll play it tomorrow. Promise you. Scuba Scasco. My favorite's my original. Until the Bitter End. Symphony 40. Fire Within. Joe says he grew up listening to tons of bands. That's awesome, Joe. Feisty knows trolls punish themselves for existing. All right, I think we got it covered. Thanks to the mods. Eric Curry. Serial Flute, Jake Koenig, Stardust, y'all rock and roll for me every week. Robert Fleischman from Lima, good to see you, buddy. Or Lima, is it Lima? I think it's Lima, Ohio. It's been a minute, I ain't been in a while. Anyway, there you go. Harvey says he works in Akron during the summer, there you go. I haven't lived there in 30 years, but great place. Great place to grow up in the 80s. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so right now before we shut the stream off. I want to thank the mods for all their hard work. Thank each and every one of you for hanging out tonight. I truly appreciate all your support as we keep pushing our way to 100,000 this year. Let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, have a great night. Take care of each other. Stay safe and be good to each other. That's all that matters, right? Let's do that. So simple. So simple.